intro at some point. Everybody, good evening, bonsoir. It's not as hot today, but I still had my cooler work clothes on, so I hope everybody's staying cool on this lovely summer day. You know, the summer is flying by, you guys. Can you believe it's July 9th already? It's crazy. Okay, so our agenda this evening, we have a lot of good stuff to talk about. Hey, Stephanie. We're going to talk about how the charges on Colby Chapman were dropped, which I'm not surprised they were. I mean, I think it was pretty bogus to begin with. But then we're going to mention the chaotic meeting at Harvey Park District last night. That was crazy. And then I wanted to mention the 4th of July and how that was crazy, how the mayor wasted a whole bunch of money. Oh, you know what I forgot to add on the thumbnail is the township meeting. I wanted to go over that too. So we should have time to just do the highlights of the township. It actually wasn't a township meeting. It was a township. It was at the township, but it was like a forum.
A Q&A.
For the, right. Yeah. Oh, hey, Crook. Crook decided to turn his voice on. Yay. I always tell you to do that. I love the idea of having Crook has been a wonderful and supportive mod and producer, and I definitely appreciate him. But I always try to get him to come on and talk because it's always fun to have somebody to bounce stuff off of.
Right.
All right, so let's start with Colby. Okay. One of these days, I'm going to get myself a faster computer. So I can fly through this stuff. You know, my brain moves very quickly, but my computer does not move as quickly as my brain does. All right.
Hello, Stephanie.
Yeah, that's nice. Stephanie says hello. All right. So if you forgot, there was the city of Harvey was trying to push a felony charge of, I believe it was assault against an officer on Alderwoman Colby Chapman, and we found out that the charges were dropped.
Alderwoman had been dropped. According to the Harvey Police Chief, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office dropped the felony charges against Alderwoman Colby Chapman. Chapman was accused of pushing an officer's arm and pulling away as she was removed from a meeting back in April. In a statement, the state's attorney's office says they have a, quote, legal and ethical responsibility to continuously evaluate the evidence in each case at each stage of the proceeding.
Okay. That was a short one, huh?
All right. This feels.
Then we have
and charges against the Harvey Alderwoman.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh it. Maybe that'll help the video play. I feel like it's happened, or it wants to happen. It says now playing. Hello, CBS 2. Oh, okay. Now it looks like something's happening now. Do 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 do. Very weird. Okay. Let's try to reload it. Okay, let's try this again. It's still loading.
I got CBS and ABC pulled up already. If you want me to play it.
My goodness, you guys, is so stop. Ah, here we go. Okay.
State's attorney for dropping felony charges against Alderwoman Colby Chapman. Back in April, police body camera video with actually dropped those charges.
This abrupt reversal after our officers spent weeks preparing for a lawful prosecution feels like a waste of time, resources, and taxpayer dollars.
Chapman says Mayor Christopher Clark is targeting her because she's a vocal critic. She's been arrested in Harvey several times and previous charges have been dropped. Tonight, she told us her prayers have been answered and she just wants to do the job she was elected to do. The state's attorney's office tonight said they always look at the evidence in cases and say, in this case, that's how the process played out.
Oh, okay. I think that's it, right?
Pretty much.
CBS 2?
Markham's court top.
Yeah, what did you think about that, Kirk? I was going to say, it's so funny that the police chief, Biddings, was complaining about
the due
time
process
and money wasted, but I mean, the city's wasting time. The city of Harvey. Maybe if they just did their job instead of trying to go after people that for bogus crimes, you know.
Was that only
feel bad for? Should we feel bad for Mayor Clark and Police Chief Biddings? Aw.
All right.
Should we feel bad for him?
You did CBS, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was CBS. Yep. And I'll close that one. Yeah, I wanted to just briefly go over the Chicago
ABC got
article. One. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the Tribune was the most recent. Let's see. Come on. It's loading very slowly. Oh, Ed Burke released from prison. I just saw that. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike Nolan did this article. Now that must have just been today.
Had to be.
Yeah. All right. So let me share this one. Stephanie says, "Yeah, she's a Delta." Yeah, I believe yes. That sounds about right. Hello, all. I'm glad that the charges were dropped. Hey, Kevin. Yes, Kevin. Thanks for defending me on Facebook. I don't know you, but I think I sent you a message to say, hey, thanks, because there was somebody that I didn't even respond to. It was one of Clark's trolls. It was one of Mayor Clark's trolls. I forget the guy's name, but it was just like, get out of here. You know. Sometimes I don't even have time I'm like, I have to work. What are they? These people don't even work. I swear to you know, it's just ridiculous. It's like, I don't have time to keep up with all their insults. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the latest. Now let's add it to the stage. Come on. That's it. I'm going to start taking donations for a new laptop because I swear to God, there's so much stuff that I would love to share, but like this takes so long. I didn't even think my laptop was that old, but you know, I guess these things age more quickly than we think, huh? Okay, can you guys see that? Okay. Let me get rid of the ad. Close that ad. Oh, okay, here we go. It's still closing. Come on, ad, close. So this was Vivian from Dalton. That's Colby's mom. Colby, Carlita from Harvey, and then Melissa from Harvey. Must be today. Yeah, it was today. Actually, I didn't even know that I was going to go to support her this morning. I thought that it was canceled. Oh, well. I guess that was not communicated as clearly as I would have hoped, but that's right. So it does say she formally learned Wednesday that a felony charge of aggravated battery to a police officer was dismissed. The second time in recent months, the alderwoman has faced charges. Okay. It was a misdemeanor and officer charges. Those charges were dropped. But then they filed the felony aggravated battery charge. She says, I stand as a testament to the power and truth of residents. Yeah. No, actually, I would have gone today. I thought it was canceled for some reason. Yeah, talking about how we don't have a grocery store. That's definitely an issue for sure. Yeah, she said she was shackled from my wrists to my ankles, sat in the basement of the Harvey police station until 2:30 a.m. before being taken to the Markham courthouse. It was a very uncouth, very deplorable act. She said she was told by a sheriff's deputy that he had never seen something like this before. I mean, Clark, just treats his opponents like political prisoners. It's pretty bad. Yeah, they also took her mom. And I just can't believe little Mr. Biddings. But then again, he was brought over to Harvey and promoted by Clark, not because of his superior service as a police officer, but because he does whatever Clark wants him to do. So again, he had said he was disappointed and concerned. Despite the clear evidence she struck a Harvey police officer, and it's like, what? Oh, while resisting lawful orders. We already went over that video. Like I said, I don't think Colby did anything wrong. I think the whole thing was just political. I really don't see any validity. I didn't see any validity to the charges anyway, so I'm very glad that was cleared up. And then Melissa was there. We've spoken with Melissa as well, so that's nice that she was there to support. So we are happy to hear that. I was expecting nothing less because, like I said, there were no merits to the charges anyway. So, yay. Okay. Yeah. Did you find anything else, Crook, related to that I missed? I think that was the. Oh, you know what? I do want to share this, but it's more so. I want to share this as a cautionary tale. Okay. No. Share this, but more so. There's an article. Okay. But this is not from a real paper. There's an article. But I have a feeling that most people don't know that. A real paper. There's an article. Oh, somebody has me on an echo. Oh, am I still on echo? Okay, you fixed it. It's called the Chicagoland Journal. You might have heard of it. It is not a newspaper. It is a gossip rag. I'm sorry?
My daughter had you on YouTube.
Oh, hey, Crook's daughter. Hey. So what I wanted, and I wanted to show you this just because in case you guys run into this, please know this is not a legitimate news source, okay? Please, you have to question where you get your news. You cannot just accept everything that looks like news.
More like
this is one
bias.
example. Right. This is one example. It's called the Chicagoland Journal, okay? Just if you have enough critical thinking skills, if you read a few of their articles, you should be able to see some signs that this is not a real paper, okay? The first sign that I want you to notice is, okay, look at the headline. Okay, statement from Harvey Police Chief Cameron Biddings on dropped charges against Alderwoman Chapman. Okay, that doesn't sound too crazy, but look at the author article. Do you see this? I'm sorry, the article's author. Do you see the name of the author? What does it say? Silence Dogood. That's not a person. That should be your first clue that this is not a legitimate paper, okay? Silence Dogood is not a person. So be very careful. People will sometimes see these articles and think that they, like I said, this is a real paper. It is not. And so let's see the actual article itself. Okay. Okay, interesting. So this wasn't actually sharing an article. This was sharing the Harvey police chief's statement. So I would say definitely that alone is one-sided, right? Because they weren't getting any information from the other side. And here again is the person Silence Dogood with a generic picture of a Black woman. This is not a paper. What worries me though is look, Monica Gordon, the Cook County clerk, who was our Cook County commissioner, she pays to advertise in this. I don't even know what to call it, Crook. What do you call it? A gossip rag or something? But this is not a paper, guys. Just ain't a paper, okay? So just wanted to make you aware of that. They call themselves the the Chicagoland Journal. I thought it was the Chicago Southland Journal, but anyway, it's not a paper.
No better than the Auto Trader.
It's what?
It's no better than the Auto Trader.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the gentleman that does it, for those of you that follow Dalton stuff or who follow Dalton stuff, I believe the editor is Cornell Darton. He and his wife were, I don't know if they still are, but they were the moderators or the admins for the Dalton Politics group for a long time, okay? So if you know how wild and crazy, the Dalton Politics group would get and how many lies were thrown around in that group, that kind of gives you a mindset into the people that run this site, which like I said, I don't want to call it a paper. Let's see if they list their names here though. Oh, it's a P.O. box in Robbins. They're listing the editor-in-chief as Erica Chang, but like I said, I'm pretty sure this is connected with the Dardens. So, okay, that's interesting. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Now let's talk about the meeting last night. Oh my Lord. So if you paid attention at all to the McCaskells, Keisha McCaskill and Anthony McCaskill, they have a long history of nepotism and corruption in Harvey, unfortunately. And last night, for the first time in forever, I attended a Park District Board meeting. And I was so excited to see what I would see. So let me get this open while I'm talking to you guys. And the crazy thing is that Keisha McCaskill is not elected to the Harvey Park District, okay? But she serves as the executive director. And one of her bosses is Aaron McCaskill, who is her son. So immediately you can see that's going to raise some issues, right? You're like, well, how can someone's family member be a direct supervisor and be expected to fairly decide issues of salary, evaluation of employee performance, things like that, right? I mean, it would seem that those things would be that would be a conflict of interest. But this is how the McCaskills have done business for years, unfortunately. So it's nothing new. And sorry, let me get back to where. Okay, here we go. So Keisha is she's our Cook County Commissioner. She also wants to run again for Cook County Commissioner because she was only appointed temporarily by Napoleon Harris and some other Democratic machine leaders. She also serves as a consultant on the Harvey Public Library Board, where her husband Anthony is the president of the library board. Their daughter Amari is also on the board as the secretary. So you can see we've got a lot of family connections here and how these two boards in Harvey are run. So at the moment, the McCaskill family basically controls the Harvey Library Board and the Harvey Park District Board. So not the best format as far as if we want to have accountability and transparency in government. And I'm so sorry, I'm looking for the video. I thought it was here. Where's that darn video?
Wasn't it on your phone?
Yeah, and I thought, but that's okay, because you know what? If I have to send it to myself via Facebook, I can do that. I might just have to do that because maybe it hasn't backed up yet. I'll refresh my Google Photos one more time. Yeah, sorry guys. I had it all edited and I was super excited, and then I accidentally deleted the source video.
Unorganized.
Huh?
And organized.
I know. I was like, oh no. But that's all right. Okay, so we're gonna share this.
McCaskills.
Yeah, so if you have anything, Kirk, that you want to pull up since you're on with me, which is great, about that points out the nepotism or the corruption of the McCaskill, feel free.
I don't really have much, I think.
Yeah, you should find stuff if you Google them. Google their name.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Come on, phone. No, this is not working. Okay, it said something went wrong. But I can play it from my phone, right? Yeah. That's weird. Okay. Let me try this again. Oh, you know what I can do? Never mind. I think I know where I can find it. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah, that's weird because it let me do it the other day. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm coming. J'arrive, as the French say.
What were the deciding factors in putting your name on the ballot? You must have had a good enough experience to motivate you to run for a new term. What were the deciding factors in putting your name on?
What's that?
Disregard.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? Yes. Okay. I found it.
I got it right.
Got it. Yeah, I found it. I found it. Okay, so again, this is the meeting yesterday.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So it looks like they're not letting in the public quite yet. I did see someone go in. It looks like the lawyer went in. I think this is Felicia Powell here. Security guard just told us they're not letting public in yet. Yeah, so we were there just a few minutes before 6. Trustees in. So he just told us that they're. I'm gonna go. I'm live now too, just so you know.
All right, you guys give me 1 second.
I'm gonna sit on the floor with the puppy. So it's a few minutes before 6. Say hi to Ubao. Hi, Ubao. Bonsoir, Ubao. He's just relaxing on the floor. It's a few minutes before 6. You know, not that long before 6. They're not letting anyone in, and the security guard comes out. So watch what happens. Now, the lady that you see right here, that's the wife of Wayman Cotton, one of the commissioners, Park District commissioners. And then the lady who's already walked in, that's Lakeisha. And I think this is her husband, did she say? I think it was her husband. But anyway, the security guard is not letting anyone in.
My wife is too.
I gotta hold on.
Wait, no, this is my wife. This is my wife.
No, we can't do that. You can't. You ask me.
Give me a second.
And he decides he's going to let the commissioners in, but he's not going to let their spouses in. But he had already let one commissioner and her spouse in. Hey, French, how are you, buddy? Oh, French had stopped in the live yesterday. Hey, French, if you're watching. So if you're just tuning in, so they're having an argument because the security guard is saying that only certain people can come in right away. So they're not letting one of the spouses of one of the trustees inside.
Hey, Petty.
She coming in and everybody else ain't coming.
I'm a commissioner. We do not lock the door on the public. Y'all can come in. Y'all can come in. A few minutes. Y'all can come in. We do not lock the door on the public. In the middle of it. How about you stand back and listen to the commissioner? The elected officials. I agree both of them. You're listening to employees that work for us.
Video's breaking up.
These guys are elected.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why. Just going to pause it for a second.
Rewind it a little bit.
So stand back.
You know what? It might have, maybe it just didn't catch in the actual live.
I agree both of them. But then you're listening to employees that work for us. You're listening to employees that work for us. Somebody else. They have to hold on until
Hold on.
Must have been a live play.
Okay, but I don't have any documentation. All I'm asking you guys to do is
So again, if you're just tuning in with us, this was supposed to be the Harvey Park District board meeting last night. You have the gentleman here in the glasses, Wayman, and then the lady in the white top, that's Lakeisha. They are the duly elected commissioners, okay? This is, I guess, a security officer that was telling them that they're not letting people in, or they're only letting the commissioners in and not the public. It was very confusing.
You're blocking your commission. If we can just hold on one moment till 6, is all I'm saying.
Let's be clear.
It's 6 o'clock. Okay.
We employ you guys.
Okay.
Y'all don't employ us.
And I understand it, man. But what I'm saying to you is that if you guys are elected, I was just giving you instructions. So we got a few minutes to 6.
It's 6.
It's in snowball, right?
Now you guys got a few minutes. We got about 4.
It's 6 o'clock.
Then we please hang out.
What you need?
hang out for a few minutes. Well, the thing is, we need to wait.
What happened?
Oh,
So it just keeps going like this, and this guy, like, remember, these are
security guards.
These are two of our commissioners, right? You know, the elected reps. And the security guard is like arguing with them. It's like he works for them, okay? Because we elect the commissioners, right? And the security guard works for the board.
But don't they have a superintendent?
I don't listen, guys. I don't want to get twisted up.
They have an executive director who's Keisha McCaskill, whose son is also on the library board, who, as we'll find out later in the video, they tell us that her husband still controls the finances. So basically, they don't want anybody to come in because this family has been controlling this park district board for years, and they are not happy that two outsiders got elected.
All I'm saying is that I was given instructions for you, but then you guys are free to walk in.
And Crook, while this is playing, can you do me a favor and just Google, come up with the profile, maybe with the Cook County Commissioner profile for Keisha McCaskill, or do something, because I want to show people what she looks like and a little bit about her. You know, she should have one of her Cook County Commissioner page. If you could do that, thank you.
But everybody else is not. Everybody else is not commissioned. So that's the thing. Everybody else is not commissioned. You guys are commissioned. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But what I'm saying is that you guys will come in, but everybody else should not be able to come allowed to come behind you guys. That's it. So if you're commissioned, then
and if you're wondering where is everybody, they barely advertise this meeting at all. Okay. And well, just wait till later in the video. You guys are gonna freak out when you find out how often the Park District Board meets. You're gonna be like, what?
My attorney outside. My attorney is me. I'm bringing my attorney in. My attorney's gonna come in with me.
That's fine, man.
Come on, Jack. Jack, you come in, and my wife is gonna come in. My wife is gonna come in. I'm not leaving my wife. Yeah, you come around this way. I don't have to listen.
That's all, man. 6 o'clock, then we'll open the doors. We'll start at 6, then we'll start. That's all I'm asking. All right, that's fine. All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. You want me?
I just kept arguing.
Let's go. You're not standing outside. Right. And we elected officials. Let's go. Come in. Everybody, it's open to the community. Let's go.
We're not trying to do it. You're telling you how I'm asking you to
You're not for us. We don't work.
You listen to a receptionist.
She says, you work for us. We don't work for you. The dude's still saying, no, you can't come in, you can't come in, you can't come in. It's like, what are they hiding? It's just a freaking board meeting, and it's basically like 5:58. It's supposed to start at 6. So I don't get what the issue is.
We didn't know it.
I respect
We
you guys.
don't work for you. You are our employees.
And I understand you guys.
If you understand it, then why are you still listening to the
I have no
receptionist?
issue or problem with you. These guys been commissioners coming in. That's needed, but that's what they want. They want all commissioners. But any outsiders, anybody else has to wait until the 6 o'clock.
Why would we leave the public outside during that meeting that's not even posted? So how do they even know when to be here?
The meeting was never posted.
And then they want to leave y'all outside till 6 o'clock. So they can have the meeting right now while nobody sees it. We know the type of tactics that they do. I get it, you're just employed here, but I'm telling you, they're sitting you on the wrong issue. You don't get it. Yes, I'm a commissioner, she's a commissioner, but we're not leaving our family out here.
The commissioners are well, it's free to go in. That's no problem.
Yeah, but why am I leaving my
That's all I'm
family?
saying. Yeah, I understand.
So can he go in? Can he go in since he works for
We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. 6
1 minute. 1 minute.
So how he gonna have his wife go in?
Well, I
Did you hear?
No.
You heard that? What would you say, Craig? Right. It's like, what is this deal? Like, what? Like, are they? Is this like top secret squirrel meeting going on or something? You know, meeting before the meeting. Like, what is so secret? They already barely advertised this meeting. And remember, the Harvey Park District has a significant budget, right? We pay a lot of tax money to them. So why are they being so secretive at all? It's supposed to be all public.
I didn't let nobody in at this point.
So okay, nobody. Come on. He got me messed up. Come on, nobody.
Everybody in. Because we're commissioners, everybody in.
I'm a commissioner too.
Go in, Jack.
Commissioner, go in. You're not.
Go in. That's our turn.
This is our door.
Go in.
No, you ain't gotta worry about him.
That's fine.
chief of staff.
It gets better, you guys. It's not a bad banquet facility. It's actually not bad. Like, you can rent it and stuff. It's just like, even the way the pricing, the availability is to rent the Park District spaces. It's very, I don't know. To me, they're not transparent about it. It's too secretive.
I pulled that up for you, Ryan.
And that's ridiculous.
You got it?
To get into a board meeting.
Okay, I just wanted to show like a photo and her basic bio, you know, so that we could tell. So
well, this is the board.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that might be something. Yeah, just in case. So if people are like, well, who's Keisha McCaskill? Because you know what I mean. Then people can get an idea. All right, let me take a look. Did you add it? Wait, let me. Oh, you. Sorry, I added it and you added it. Go ahead, you can add it. Okay, so go. Yeah, can you go to Keisha? Bring up Keisha. There she is. Okay, click on her to see. Did they give her a bio? Okay, there. So she would. There's Keisha. So she is appointed. She was appointed, you know, temporarily because Monica Gordon was our 5th District Cook County Commissioner, and Monica won the election to be the Cook County Clerk. So this is something that Keisha was appointed to. We're told, or sources tell us, that Napoleon Harris, our state senator, who was also the Democratic committeeman for Thornton Township, who is also now quite illegally, by the way, because he does not live in Thornton Township, but he is, for now, the supervisor for Thornton Township. Okay, so he has 3 public jobs. We're told that he promised this job, this appointment, to be Cook County Commissioner to Keisha McCaskill, Kiana Belcher from Dalton, and to Bernard Alsbury, who was mayor of Hazelcrest but can no longer run. Okay, so
this is what Kiana Belcher is running for.
Right, exactly. So Kiana, and not last night, 2 nights ago, Kiana and Keisha, you know, were answering questions at that Thornton Township function, which was very poorly run and extremely, extremely boring. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show people, though, in case you were like, well, who is Keisha? She's done a lot. She has, but as we continue, I'm gonna put the video back on. But Crook, if you can just Google, there should be some articles about their the corruption in their family, and maybe we can kind of give people just a general idea, because we could do so many videos on the McCaskills. Okay. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there so you guys know who she is, and then, you know, that their family controls the Park District and the Library Board within Harvey. So that's what you need to know. Keisha is temporarily our Cook County Commissioner, but she and Kiana are going to be going at it for the Democratic nomination in the primary for this commissioner position. Okay. Thank you. Wait, how do I? Oh, okay. I have to remove that first, and then I add. There we go. Okay, there we go.
That's what you want to see, the finances.
Now look. Now watch. I'm gonna pause it right here. We walk in. Okay, this lady right here. So this is Felicia. I'm always blanking, messing up. Is it Powell Johnson? I think she has 2 names. I'm sorry, Felicia, if I'm messing up your name. Felicia Powell Johnson's here. So she's a staff person, okay, for the Park District, but she's here. This is Joyce Coleman, I believe. So she's a commissioner. This is, or no, not Coleman. It's Floyd Coleman. This is Floyd Coleman sitting here at the table. And Floyd Coleman, you guys are going to, I cannot make this stuff up. Floyd Coleman was not reelected. Did you hear me? He's sitting at the table. He is not a Park District Commissioner. He is not a park district commissioner at all. And he's sitting at the table like he's a commissioner with his name tag there. And then you see the lawyer is I think this is the lawyer. Guess what law firm they use? Can anybody guess? I'm sure Crook could guess because you know enough about the South End. What?
Delgado.
Yeah, Delgado. There, that's another one of those firms that's just everywhere. So anyway, it's like, wait, they fought all those minutes to let us in, and like, what was so secret? Like I said, unless they were having a meeting before the meeting or something, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't get
1 minute.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What time did it start? 6 o'clock?
Right, it's 6 o'clock. So they let us in like basically at 6. Like that's not how a meeting works. So again, just to be clear, this lady here, so Felicia is a park district employee sitting at the table. This lady here is a commissioner. This gentleman here was a commissioner last term. He was not elected. He lost the election. So why in the you-know-what is he sitting at the table? Welcome to corrupt Harvey and South End politics. That's all I have to say.
What's going on here?
So this gentleman here, sorry, he'll show up again. So he was elected, not in this past election. I think the one prior. So this is Wayman Cotton. He's a commissioner, and then Lakeisha's here. Lakeisha's also a commissioner. Okay. Now you'll notice there's no name tag for Wayman.
Huh.
Lakeisha has them, but Wayman doesn't. Supposedly, they said in April, they had a meeting in April, and they, for some reason, they decided that Wayman was not a commissioner. I'm like, you guys, you can't make this stuff up. That's not legal. You cannot, the board can't just decide like, oh yeah, we know, I guess he was commissioner, but now he's not commissioner. And like, we're going to appoint this guy who wasn't elected.
Wow.
This is interesting. So you talked about the previous election. Yeah, you said the
Right, the guy far off the far right at the very end. That's the lawyer, right?
Yeah, so this gentleman is with Delgado Law Firm. Now, do you see this lady, this young lady walking? I believe this is Amari McCaskill. I think that's the daughter. I believe she's just walking in.
All right, can we please do that?
And the gentleman in the hood, I don't know why he's hiding his identity, okay, but in the hoodie, that is Aaron McCaskill. So that is their son.
Can you please sit down and make sure that we talk respectfully? Each other and be able to get along.
You'll notice
No
no one's shouting or yelling or pushing, right? I mean, there's some frustration, but everyone's being civil. So it's not like they can say people aren't being civil.
Can we please do that? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, so Joyce Brown, that's her name. So you see Joyce Brown, Amari McCaskill, Aaron McCaskill, and then Floyd Coleman is the one who lost the election. There's no name tag for Wayman Cotton, who is an elected commissioner.
Right. Is the lawyer's name Sean Sullivan?
Good question.
That's not him.
Yeah, and there's Lakeisha's name tag is there. So this gentleman here is reading something off of his phone. Again, this is Floyd Coleman. You guys, I like I said, I don't know what else to say. He's not an elected park district commissioner. He is not elected. And he's reading something like he literally is opening the meeting. Like, what WTF?
following matters may be discussed or decided at the regular board meeting. Can we get a roll call?
Commissioner Amari Cassidy. Here. Commissioner Keisha Brown O'Neal here. Commissioner Joyce Brown here. Vice President Aaron Cassidy here. Commissioner.
So to be clear, the lady that's taking roll, that is Felicia. Oh wait, did you wait, let me see. Hold on. I'll pull it up while they're talking. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to get to see on the Park District website if they list who's an employee or whatever. But so she is an employee. I don't understand why she would be taking roll. That is typically, that needs to be a board member doing that, I believe. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who knows Robert's rules or whatever, but that, you know, usually it's not, usually the board should have a secretary that would do that.
A clerk.
Yeah, or a clerk, right, depending on the structure. Now, Wayneman, you'll notice this guy, he's being really patient, you guys, okay? Can you imagine you won your election? They don't even have a name tag for him or a seat. He just has to like pull up a seat and squeeze in next to Lakeisha. Like,
gotta pull up a milk crate.
Yeah, that's so humiliating. You see, this is the ghetto, half-ass, illegal, unethical stuff that has to stop. Like, you cannot just make up your own rules. When the voters vote, they vote.
Commissioner Carter's here too, so they can't say they illegally kicked me off the board, which they did.
There's Aaron McCaskill, the McCaskill's son. And again, like, dude, put your hood down. Like,
right.
Are you trying to hide who you are? You know, you're an elected official.
Yeah. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for today. Thank you for everyone coming out. Heavenly Father, cover everyone. Heavenly Father, give thanks in your name.
I think that's Valdo, the lawyer.
What did you say?
Valdor, the lawyer.
Oh, you looked up his name? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to look up info about the Park District to see if anything's online as far as who's who or whatever. I thought they did have something, but I don't know.
The guy with this hood covered is McCaskill's son.
All right, so we finally get everyone quieted down. Now it gets even better. Amari McCaskill, we're told she was sworn in as a Harvey Public Library Board trustee. You've seen her in my videos before. And I'm told that that is an incompatible position, that you cannot serve on the Park District Board and the Library Board at the same time. So she's still there. I don't know why. So if that's true about the incompatibility, she should not be serving.
All right. Matter of public comment. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Y'all didn't let them in till 6 o'clock. I already know.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody want to speak?
All right.
Yes.
Anybody want to speak? Anybody want to make a
So they asked for public comment, okay?
comment?
Hey.
Krug, come on, you gotta. The guy who's not elected. He's banging the gavel like, let's get some order, people. Like, dude, you don't have any authority on the board. Like, what are you doing? Banging the gavel. Like, this is great. You cannot make this stuff up. He's trying to restore order. Like, you're not even elected.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Excuse me, I'm a member of the public. We should be given the opportunity to comment.
I did.
So then I said, hey, I want to comment. Now watch what they say in response. Okay, I raised my hand. Can't I just say my comment? And then they want to try to tell me, oh, well, you got to fill out the comment card and you didn't do it in time. But remember, Crook, they just let us in. Wow. They kept arguing and they let us in like barely at the time that the meeting was supposed to start. So what does this tell you? They don't want any public comment.
How were you supposed to know you had anything to fill out?
Right. It's just ridiculous. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. That just means they don't want anyone to comment.
This meeting, they didn't post it. No, they didn't post. I don't care.
There goes Floyd Coleman again. Remember, this dude has no authority at all to be on the board. I love it. He's like, order. I'm just a random person off the street. Order.
They didn't post it anywhere. And now all of a sudden, Mr. Coleman is back on the board. I beat Coleman in the election.
He can't motion anything. He's not a board member.
So Lakeisha says, I beat him in the election. How can he be banging his gavel? The lady's like, excuse me, I beat him in the election, you guys. Like, where else do you see this shit? Like, this is crazy.
That's first. They didn't post it. They didn't have this meeting. It has not been posted anywhere. Commissioner Martin McCaskey, I'm here. Yes. Commissioner Brown. Here. Vice President Aaron McCaskey. President Floyd Coleman.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn is done.
Wow.
And wait a minute. Whoa, I want to rewatch this again because when it was happening, I didn't understand. They somehow motioned to adjourn, but I thought they were like taking roll. Wait. Let me go back. Tell me if I missed something here.
They didn't post it. They didn't have this meeting. It has not been posted anywhere. Commissioner Martin McCaskey, I'm here. Yes. Commissioner Brown. Here.
Now, wait. Again, this lady on the left, Felicia, now she's an employee though. So that's why I said I'm confused. I don't understand why she's taking roll and conducting the vote. That doesn't seem right to me.
Aaron McCaskey. President Floyd Coleman.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn is done.
And she's on a whole other board.
Now wait. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Like, weren't they just like taking attendance or whatever, a roll call? I don't understand. I didn't think that was a motion. I didn't think that was a vote on adjourning.
I've never seen anybody get up that quick from a board meeting.
I know. And watch. Now, Felicia's not done yet. These people do not want public accountability. Watch Felicia go. Watch.
No.
He's like, bye. Bye, everybody. And look at the lawyer. Look at the poor lawyer. Look, he's so confused. He's like, what in the hell's going on? The McCaskill the kids are just like, they're keeping their head down. They're just like, okay, whatever. Felicia told us to go, so we're going to go. Now remember, guys, Felicia is an employee. She's not an elected official.
Nobody actually sitting in here. No, they can't clear me out of the building that I'm a commissioner. That is not how that works.
Right.
That is not how it works.
Naaman is pissed now, guys. You're getting the play-by-play. So he's pissed, and he's like, excuse me, I'm the commissioner. I'm a commissioner. You can't just chase me out. Like, what in the hell? And why is Floyd Coleman? Floyd Coleman was not elected. Why is he even there? Floyd Coleman was not elected.
There was no way I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand.
Like this is ridiculous.
Wow. And there he goes again, the security guard.
I'm not clear right now. I'm talking right now. One second.
Guy, yeah, the commissioners are in charge, guys. Sorry. And ultimately, we're in charge. We're the people. So you can yell all you want, but yeah, if you want to call Mayor Clark's police, go ahead, because I don't know what they're gonna do.
And the executive director, 2 kids on the board, and the other woman that they owe favors to. How was somebody that got beat out in an election still holding me? And I beat him. How was he still on the board?
That's what I was wondering. Have you ever seen that in your life? I have never seen someone who. Okay, so that would be like, guys, let's talk about this. So this would be, imagine, I don't know. Imagine when Obama was elected, okay, for his first term. Could you imagine Obama was elected and then George W. Bush shows up to the White House, first day of the new term, or maybe a few months in, he's like, okay, I'm here, Laura and I are here. We're here to roll up our sleeves and do the work. And then the Obamas are like, hey, you lost the election, right? I mean, it's just nuts. Floyd Coleman's not elected.
I had a conversation with her on the phone about a month ago, and she didn't say nothing about me. It's hard because it didn't happen. That's why it did not happen.
And I don't know who the young man is here. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know. This elderly lady here, that's Joyce. I don't really know her very well, but I mean, it seems like she just kind of does whatever the McCaskills want. Sir, do you know, was 48 hours notice given for the meeting?
You're illegally being on this board. Period.
And the lady with the hat that comes in, that is Monique Williams. Monique publicly told the Harvey World Herald that she resigned from the Harvey Public Library Board because she was done with all of the corruption, the antics, the intimidation, the bullying of Keisha McCaskill and Anthony McCaskill and their kids, and just the whole, they're saying basically it's like, it's not even just a family, but it's like a family and friends, almost, it sounds almost like a mafia, like a little gang sort of a thing, where if you're in their group, you're in, but if not, people are complaining about intimidation, being locked out, things like this. So the lady with the fatigue hat on, that's Monique Williams, who, like I said, she left the library because she said she was fed up with the McCaskills and how they ran things.
It's like that right here.
What? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Go. Come on, y'all. Let's go. But that's the problem. They don't have no remorse. They think they can do whatever they want. They think they can do whatever they want. They've been controlling the boards for the longest. The Harvey Partnership, the library board. We can't get access to the. No, you're privy to bullshit. Well, we got hired.
No, because you got hired. Y'all heard that? That's why you shouldn't let black people shit on other black people, because you were hired? Y'all pieces of shit.
And that's Monique. And Monique said, I wish that she would not have resigned from the library board because she was, I think she was trying to be an independent voice. But, I mean, I do understand, these people, they'll pressure you, they'll bully you. If people really want to, try to shut you out from doing your job, it can be hard to fight back. So, I'm not going to judge her too harshly, but I was just bummed when she resigned because I think that was, well, they appointed Keith Price to one of the positions. No, maybe that was when someone else resigned. But anyway, that's her.
I thought it was his wife that they appointed.
Y'all pieces of shit. And then y'all want to sit up here and talk about Trump.
Worse than Trump. Write that shit down.
And I always say, we have a little Trump here in Harvey. His name is Christopher Clark. Oh, but she's right. Don't forget about the McCaskills because they've been doing this stuff for years.
This is it. Y'all sit up here and let a whole fucking family take over a government agency. Then y'all turn around and make her the fucking commissioner.
Yep.
This shit is crooked. And it's not okay just because these people are poor.
You tell them, Monique. Thank you. I agree.
Yep.
1000%.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Now I got the recording, sweetheart. Don't play that. Don't play that. I got the recording. So relax. Relax. Because I know exactly what you said to me on the phone. But it's okay.
And notice, whether she's in on it or not, notice how they patronize the elderly lady who's one of the commissioners. So that really pisses me off too. I don't know if you guys notice this about these politicians, but I call it elder abuse. Clark does it a lot. You saw it some with Tiffany. Napoleon's no different. But I don't know what you think, Crook, but I think there's a difference between paying attention to seniors and doing good things for them, and then doing that using government funds and resources in order to influence them so that so that they support the things you're doing that are illegal or unethical or immoral, and you see that happen a lot where they really lean into the seniors because they know the seniors are vulnerable. Maybe they don't have kids around. Maybe they don't have a spouse. So they're like, hey, Mrs. Smith, here, I'm going to give you some food, or we're going to have a free bingo event using taxpayer dollars. But then they're like, hey, Mrs. Smith, remember you came to this event? Well, don't forget to come out and vote for me.
Right.
Feds call you immediately. Don't worry about it. We're going to have the feds all up in here. So I hope you're ready. Hope you're ready to spend the last of your days in the prison. I'm going to make sure, sweetheart.
That's right.
I hope the rest of your ladies to the left. So hopefully you get your stuff together. I will.
And watch, Monique's not done yet. It's still going off.
How do you still have record? How do you still have record? I know you want to.
Now, if you're wondering who this gentleman is in the blue, that's Anthony McCaskill. So again, it's like he's no longer on the Park District Board. I don't even know why he was there. I mean, other than being Keisha's spouse.
That's Anthony McCaskill in the blue.
How does he still have the financial record for the park district? Just because you're messing with the executive director or married to her, supposedly, because a while ago she put on the FHA loan, she's a single woman. Well, you still messing with?
In the background, that's Monique. At first, because when I heard a loud sound, I was like, is that a gunshot? Like, what was it? I think it was just her slamming her door because she's so pissed at the McCaskills. And she pulls out. She goes like, I was like, oh, this girl. But I don't blame her. Like, more people don't just sit there while these assholes bully people and steal from our communities. Like, we need people to rise up and be angry.
Like, how do you still have the financial stuff for the park district? How are you still controlling it? We don't pay a treasurer.
Well, again, the guy trying to hide out in the hoodie, that is Anthony McCaskill's son, Aaron. This is Anthony. So yeah, it's really shady.
As far as I know, we don't know nobody's salary.
Right.
You see, they all got all these packages was way thicker than Lakeisha's. Nobody here got a real package.
Wow.
Don't nobody know what the finances are. Nothing.
We don't.
Nothing.
We don't. And
But this is what they do. When people start arguing against them and don't want to just go with the status quo, they just turn around and they say, meet a jury, meet a jury. How does Floyd still have a gavel today? He lost the election to me 2 months ago.
That's what I don't understand.
How does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't.
How can he call anything?
Yeah, he lost the election.
And I'm not one to criticize nobody or talk about nobody, but she is completely.
Not only that, let's talk about how we see both Amir McCaskill and Felicia Johnson Powell. Why are they over here? They were both elected on the library board. So why are they here? They're not supposed to be here. And technically, her seat is vacant. Amir McCaskill's on this board. It's
That's because they got their yes men just vote. So I guarantee you, none of this minutes was posted. Nothing from that meeting where I was so far removed. None of it's going to come out until later today when they're going to supposedly publish it all of a sudden. Because they like to falsify documents. They like to go back and clean up some of their mess, but they won't be able to this time. There's nothing. If you look at the website right now, there's nothing on there that says what the meeting agenda was, what the minutes were, nothing. There's nothing on there right now. The last thing they have on there is from 2024. 2024. I've only been to 2 board meetings. It's not because I didn't want to come. It's because I kept showing up and nobody was here. And then when I reach out to the executive director who paid to answer the phone, never wants to answer the phone.
Can you believe it?
Like, make this make sense. But y'all want to sit here and say we just not trying to like do what we're trying to do what we was elected to do. But it's crazy because people like them, their family is monopolizing the city and stealing the money. All the money is stolen. And then you got people like her. How do y'all elect her to a library board and she just got arrested? Didn't she get what is something with her murdering her husband and they helped her out? That's why she's so loyal to them?
Yeah.
That's why. Like let's make this make sense. Like, just because the city don't have that much money, that don't mean people should come in and just steal what they want. How is that fair? And then can just write a letter and somebody get moved off the board. No judicial process, nothing. No notices, no. I don't even have a bill that they say I owe.
Let's be clear. Also, I've been asking for packets and keys. They have yet to give me keys. Me and Wayman both have been locked out. I've been locked out. I won this election May 3rd of 2025. I've been locked out of the facilities, and so has Wayman.
I've been locked out for
going on for a while.
After I got sworn in, I asked for a meeting to ask what the finances were because I wanted to create a program, but the executive director told me exactly I have to see what I can do, or we don't have the money for me to start a garden. A garden, come on now. It doesn't take that much money to start a garden. But that's because they're too busy stealing the money to actually give people the access that they want to the park district. There's events going on every other day here. We don't know what they're
don't know what that's another thing. They just had an event today. We knew nothing about the event. Nothing. Wow. They had it at the Holmes Recreational Center. We knew nothing about it.
I just recommend that the city
had a bike here
happening for years.
Just on Sunday. We didn't know about that either. They supposed to call us and let us know. We're not being called. Nothing is being said.
No one sending us notices about meetings. No one
nothing.
I don't even see
the
what's
only
crazy
reason
is
why we know about this meeting. Guess why? Because when I asked when are the board meetings, Dr. Keisha McCaskill said in an email, "Oh, it's going to be July 8th." I said, "Are you going to post this?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going to post it."
You can turn around and look at that building right there. There's nothing posted on there saying anything about the board.
Do you see anything posted about this board meeting today?
Was there anything posted at the park district building?
Not at the other.
Go down the street on Broadway where our office is. 15335 things of that. That's why a lot of the community, because they're not informing the community about what's going with the Harvey Park.
And that family has control. They have two of their kids on there, and technically one person that they own because she's been leeching off the park district somehow with insurance. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't even have a way to verify because I don't know the finances.
They don't tell us.
They don't tell us anything. I haven't seen a financial statement since I've been to board meeting. And like I said, as soon as I ask for one, that's when they stop sending me notices. That's when I never get another notice about another board meeting. Because I asked too many questions.
Yeah, I hear you, Trina. We will. Don't worry. I saw your comments.
That's pretty much it. The residents start getting involved. It's really sad that they come to this point because of the actually do the party fun in Harvey politics because of the stuff like this.
And for our viewers,
this is one of McCaskill's lawn here. That's why he's over here. This is his lawn service that his family is benefiting from. The executive director, Dr. Keisha McCaskill, gives the lawn service to her husband, Aaron McCaskill, and that's his supposed entrepreneurship.
Oh, so all the lawn care is also within that same family?
It's through them. That's the only thing the park district has is grass. So that's the majority of where the money goes. It's to grass. Like I said, it's just it's discouraging. It's sad that it got to this point. I really would have hoped something would have came productive out of the meeting. I mean, it's only so much you can do, but I know I probably lost my cool a little bit, but it gets frustrating to the point where it's like nobody's listening. Nobody cares. Everybody thinks you're just gonna hopefully fall back and not think about anything they're saying. But as long as I'm still a commissioner for these next 2 years, I'm gonna fight every day, every single day. I'm gonna wake up and fight. I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up and fight. It don't matter what happens. We're gonna fight and we're gonna get the park district back. That's the plan.
And for our viewers, could you just tell us who you are again, and then tell us when you were elected?
I'm Commissioner Cotton, Harvey Park District. I was elected in 2020. Oh my gosh, dang. I've been going with this for so long. I forgot when I was elected, but it was 2 years ago. It was the previous election. I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact date no more.
And you said, at what point were you locked out of your email, the buildings?
So
tell
at
people.
The point when I started asking about finances, when I had asked about, because I specifically just had an idea, I said, you know what I think the kids really benefit was a community garden. And after that, I had scheduled a meeting with Dr. Keith McCaskill and Floyd, and I said, hey, I want to see what's up with the finances so we can kind of, go through what we can figure out to maybe get this off the ground. She's like, well, we don't really have any money and we don't really get that much money. And she's like, the residents around here don't really pay their taxes. Like, she's not going to tell you this out in public because she was trash talking people, but the residents around here are poor. And that's basically what she was saying. I was like, well, we got to figure it out because we still got a job to do. And that's when they was like, well, they kind of just brushed me.
Yeah, DMG, they were locked out. 2 of them. They said they still are locked out. I don't understand, how people can do this. I mean, I do. It's because I guess, we're not fighting it enough, right? So that's why we're trying to raise awareness.
Came back, they stopped blocking. They never sent me another meeting notice. After that, and then the one time I did show up to meeting because I found out like through the grapevine and not from them, they didn't show up. Nobody was here. And then I sent the email saying, hey, I tried to come to board meeting, but I'm taking off work for these days. We don't get paid for this. So I need y'all to y'all need to let me know. She responded, oh, well, none of the commissioners could make it. And she just didn't tell me that. So after that, I just like, okay. So I try to show when I can, and I can't do nothing. They're not putting them on the door. So there's no way to find a board meeting.
How often are the board meetings supposed to be?
They're supposed to be every month. A board meeting is supposed to be every month. But they're every quarter. Who came up with that? I don't know. How would we pay bills every 3 months? That doesn't even make sense. I don't know when electric company I call them and say, hey, give me 2 more months. I'm gonna hit you back on the quarter end. That doesn't even make sense. So basically, you're walking around using the park district as a personal checkbook because nobody's approving bills. Nobody's saying no, yes, nothing.
And why do so many of our parks look so run down? Were you able to figure out
the money? That's exactly why. They're not investing them. Actually, you know what? Let me correct that because I can't say stealing the money. They're misappropriating funds. Put it that way. So I just want to correct that, misappropriating funds. Because if you actually use the money that we're supposed to be used for, the parks would look nearly like they do now. I think on paper we got 22 parks. Where in Harvey is there 22 parks?
And could you explain, like, we saw something about they wanted to open a new pool, supposedly like $1 million, and
I wouldn't even be able to tell you honestly. They don't tell me anything finances. When I first got elected 2 years ago, they told me we were supposed to have this big field house built. Still haven't seen it even start construction for it. They said we had got grants for over $5 million.
And also, I wanted to show you guys really quick. Wait, hold on. Oh, hey, Manny. I thought maybe, I didn't know if you were busy with something tonight, but yeah, glad you're able to stop by. Can the park district be sued? I would assume so. You would hope it wouldn't come to that because then if there are damages, the taxpayers have to pay them. But let me show you. Okay, remove that. How do I add this other thing? Okay, wait, can you guys see that now? Oh no, I have to add it to the stage. So I looked up the website. It says Board of Commissioners, President. What's up?
I don't know. I'd say maybe like another hour or so.
Come on, man. It's already gonna be 8 o'clock, man.
What'd you say, Crook?
I gotta step out.
Oh, you have to step out?
Oh no. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. He got a phone call. I received that flyer about the pool being open at spring 2025. Yeah, right. Thank you. You saw that too. I was like, wait, but if we don't see where the money is going now, why would we be building a pool? Pools are very expensive, not only to build, but to maintain. That's one of the reasons why Harmon Park, the pool at Harmon Park was closed, so many years ago. So, but I wanted to show you guys. So I pulled up the Harvey Park District. Okay, so Board of Commissioners on their website says President Floyd Coleman lost the election. So I don't understand, why is he still president? Vice President Aaron McCaskill, I believe he did win the election. Joyce Brown, okay, he won. She, I believe, won that election. Amari McCaskill won the election. However, as we were told a little bit later in the video, she was already sworn in at the library board. And I guess you can't be on the library board and the park district board at the same time. So that's a conflict. So someone's going to have to figure that out, right? And then Wayman Cotton, he's listed on the website, but you saw they didn't give him a name tag at all for the actual meeting. Supposedly they said they removed him. Again, I don't know. You got to follow a certain procedure. You can't just remove people that are elected. So I don't know why or how they said or did that. But the crazy thing is that Lakeisha's name should be here instead of Floyd Coleman. How is his name? And he's just a loyalist for the McCaskills. He usually will just vote with them and do whatever they want. So it's just crazy. They don't even have that information correct on the website. It's pretty crazy, guys.
This is what Director Keisha McCaskill told me, and the President Floyd at the time. But I don't even understand why he's here. How is he here and he just got beat out the last election? That doesn't make sense.
Right, yep.
What was supposed to happen today was she was supposed to come in, we were supposed to call the order, and then she was supposed to get not sworn in, but we're supposed to pick chairs for each department. But we don't have any chairs, we don't have a treasurer, we don't have anything. None of this stuff is happening. This is the type of stuff that they just got used to doing because they just been allowed to. Nobody has checked and balanced nothing they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So according to you were saying that Mr. McCaskill, you believe, still has control over the finances?
I know for a fact he does because
listen to this.
Lakeisha herself tried to go up to the Chase and request documents for Park District bank accounts, previous accounts that they had closed. Because what they're doing is they moving the account, the money to one account, close the account, move to another one, and there's no real paper trail. He stopped her from getting documents saying you don't have access to them.
And I should clarify, Anthony, I should say, not Aaron. Anthony, I meant Anthony McCaskill.
But
okay.
After she paid $90 to get them, they told her you don't have access to them. You're named on an account. How you tell a commissioner of a park district that she can't get her documents for an account that she's supposed to be over?
Right. And by someone who's not
they gave
on
you
the board.
Back when you started to ask where the money was
about finances and stuff. That's when they stopped telling me about the meetings, and then supposedly I got a letter from Delgado after I hired an attorney to see what's going on. That's when I had requested more documents. That's when they responded with the letter saying, "Oh, you've been removed from the board as of January."
Did they give a reason?
Huh?
Did they give a reason?
I owed a debt because I didn't attend a conference. I didn't attend a park district conference, which is what they said is the grounds for my removal.
Okay. Wow.
But I distinctly, I have text messages between me and the executive director saying I won't be able to attend, and she said, "Okay, she's gonna see what she can do." But I shouldn't be paying for. I shouldn't be reimbursed. I didn't receive any money from the park district to go to a conference, so why would I pay?
Right, and why would a board even say that they even attempts to vote someone off of off of a board because they didn't attend a conference? Like that is nuts. It's crazy. Mandy says, why do all the Harvey like the Harvey boards, yes, have the accounts at banks that are not in our community? Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see the letter. Did he say Delgado? Yes, they're using Delgado. Voters put you into office. Yeah, this gentleman, Wayman, yes, he was elected, duly elected.
The park district back anything. Even after I told you I'm not going to be able to go.
And who was elected to take Floyd Coleman's position?
Lakeisha was.
So that's Lakeisha.
Lakeisha beat Floyd.
Okay. Wow. So he shows up and has his name tag and even tries to open the meeting.
Yep.
And he is no longer an elected official, to be clear. That's what I thought.
And they didn't even want to let people in until 6. And then said, well, there's no public comment. How's there no public comment because nobody filled out a card? You didn't let them in at 6. As soon as everybody sat down, you called the meeting order. You didn't say, question cards over there. Nobody's at the table telling them. The receptionist that was sitting there taking the minutes, which the secretary should have been doing, should have been over there telling them, hey, these are the question cards. You can fill them out if you want a question or if you want to say something.
Right.
So it's just the way they have this structure right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And
I hope it comes to close real soon.
Can you clarify? So, Miss Powell, Felicia Powell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's her position again?
She's just a receptionist. That's it.
So wait, did she? But it all happened so fast. Did she call for the meeting to adjourn?
That's what it sounded like.
So to be clear, she is not on the board. She's an employee.
I'm not sure because it did happen really fast. All I know is she started calling the roll, and then she said meeting adjourned. Which
Okay.
I don't even know how she didn't even have the authority to say that. All she could just say motion passed or not. You can't say meeting adjourned. That's not your role to say that.
I was confused because I thought, wait, is she on the board? I thought she was an employee. Okay. So because I did hear that. She said meetings adjourned, and then she started picking up the name tags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, picking them name tags and rushing out. That's because she's a full-time employee, supposedly a full-time employee, but she works at the Ford plant and does everything else, and somehow it's never here.
And what happens if you were to go to the Park District headquarters on Broadway, sort of across from City Hall? Are you allowed access?
They won't let me pass go through the front door. That little,
Right,
they have a
exactly,
big old
man.
glass wall, like as if it's a convenience store, and nobody can go past it. Not even the commissioners, or at least the commissioners that they don't like, which is me and Lakeisha.
So maybe one day I would love to actually go live and go with you.
And for those of you that love Harvey history or old buildings, I think that's sort of kitty corner from City Hall. It was a funeral home. I don't know if it's that same building that used to be a bowling alley years and years ago, but it's a real pretty historic building. I mean, at least the Park District maintains it, but it's like this top secret thing of like what happens behind the front portion. Like there's a counter there, but like what goes on, and it's a big building. Like what happens in the rest of the building? It's 2 stories that I'm sure has a basement. Like who knows?
You guys and see to get that on camera, because that's pretty huge.
Yeah,
to not be allowed access like that. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind at all. And another thing, we had a Juneteenth event. Me and Lakeisha hosted one. Normally the Park District Commissioners get, is from what I was told when I first got elected, Park District Commissioners get 8 hours. No, they get 24 hours combined of any facility, whether it be the Gloria Taylor Center, a park, or anything. And then it's just you get 24 hours for the year. So I've maybe used once before my father's birthday party, that 8-hour block, but I technically had 16 hours left. Lakeisha just got sworn to the board, and we wanted to do an event for the community, and she tried to charge her for the park. She told her that you'd only get a discount. You wouldn't be able to actually get the park for free, even though it's a community event that we wanted to host. So it's just like you only get what they got to offer if it benefits them.
And is there any like manual about policies or standard operating procedures or anything that you've been able to see?
Nothing that they won't give to us.
Okay.
Because if there was one, the receptionist wouldn't have called the meeting to an end.
Right. So it sounds like it's even harder for you to judge what is right because you haven't been provided that information.
It's a dictatorship. This is my first time sitting on the board, so yeah, I'm be honest. I don't know every Robert's Rule of Order, and I don't know every aspect of it, but I know for a fact that is wrong. I've seen other board meetings to know that is wrong. That's just what it comes down to.
And every time you guys ask for more information,
you just get more stonewalling and no responses. Like the director previously before January, when I would call her, phone would go straight to voicemail. When I would text her, no response. I had to start messaging her on Facebook in order to get responses, and then all of a sudden she blocked me on there because I have proof of her blocking me after me keep constantly asking for information.
And for our viewers that don't know, can you explain how the McCaskills are controlling both of these boards and all the overlap?
So her husband is the president of the library board, but her daughter, which is Armando McCaskill, which is a commissioner over here, is a trustee on the library board. And then they have Felicia Powell, which is the receptionist in there. She's on the board as well. And then I don't know who else they got because I don't know for sure. I know for a fact that's 3 that they got right now. And then his wife is a consultant for the library board, collecting like 30 grand. I don't know what she's getting paid over here, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a decent amount. And now she's a commissioner. There's no way you can juggle all 3 of them jobs successfully.
And what is Keisha McCaskill's role at the Park District?
She's the executive director.
Okay. So to be clear, just Keisha alone, she's executive director for the parks. Mm-hmm. She's a consultant for the Harvey Public Library. She's the Cook County Commissioner. Am I forgetting anything?
And I think she's some type of consultant at the Lake Creek Hotel. I'm not sure 100%, but that's something else I've heard too.
And then Anthony McCaskill is treasurer in Dixmoor.
He's treasurer in Dixmoor, yeah.
He serves as the president of the Harvey Library Board as well as I feel
He's
like I'm
not
forgetting
employed
something.
here. That's the problem. As far as I know,
Okay.
he's not employed here. So how does a non-employee who's just married to the executive director have access to the finances, to the bank accounts? Doesn't make sense.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
And
at
you
all.
know he has access
Yes,
because he was the
Lakeisha
one
tried
that
to
denied.
request records, and he told her he met her at the bank and said you can't have those and told the bank not to give them to him, and the bank had to listen only because his name is on the account.
Oh, so they never took his name off.
They never took his name off.
Was he the prior treasurer?
Now, how does someone? You're not elected and you're not an employee. How in God's good green earth or whatever, expression I can think of. Oh, hey, Melissa. Hey, girl, you made it. How are you not? You're not elected. You're not an employee. How can the bank statements, the accounts for a public board be in your freaking name? Okay. So you know what? So how about I just have all the bank accounts for, I always pick on Evanston. Maybe I'll pick on a different town today. Maybe, all the bank accounts for, I don't know, for Naperville, just for fun, right? I'm not elected, I'm not an employee, but maybe I have a friend there, So how about let's just make all of Naperville's bank accounts in my name. Like, what in the effing hell? You cannot do this. You cannot do it. And this is what the stuff that McCastles have been doing for years, you guys. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Is a lawsuit. Right. It's like, I wish we could resolve these things without lawsuits, because in the end, these people don't care, you guys, because the taxpayers, we have to pay for their misbehaviors. So that also gets me. Can we put a whiteboard together because we have similarities? Sure, between Tinley and Harvey. Yeah, there's a lot of corruption. Oh yeah, totally. Sure, Mr.
I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't even. The history is so hard to find here because they don't publish anything online, and it's no record anywhere. The record keeper here, whoever it is horrible.
And you said there's no treasurer right now.
There's no treasurer. As far as I know, that there's no treasurer. There's no elected board member that's a treasurer. No.
So who should be on the board? So it should be you. You said
It's
Lakeisha.
supposed to be me, Lakeisha, Aaron, Armani. Truthfully, them two shouldn't be there because your mama is the executive director, so that's direct benefit. And then you got Joyce.
She was the elderly lady.
The elderly lady, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how Floyd was here, I don't know.
That's great. I've never seen that.
I've never seen that
before.
somebody lose an election and show up to a board meeting and just take a seat. I've never seen
this. This is crazy.
Me neither.
Never
seen it. Me neither.
Wow. Well, no, I'm so glad you're able to give us so much good information, and I would love to follow up with you guys if you're
not the only people that people are getting taxed from, and I think that's what sometimes people get a little bit stuck on just the city and not realizing that there's other taxing bodies and there's other people misappropriate money. It's not just the city. So everybody's property tax going up. It's not just the city bringing them up. It's the Park District too, because we misspending money.
And a lot of parents have complained, at least to me, about the lack of Park District programs for the community. Given what we pay in our taxes.
If you look on Facebook, we got all these programs and they all labeled closed. Every last program that they start, it goes up for about 3 days and then it's labeled closed.
See, and I wondered about
who's
that.
Still in these programs? I'm not sure, because I know it's definitely not Harvey residents. Because every time I run into a Harvey resident, they ask me what's happening with the Park District. And I say, I wish I could tell you.
Wow. Okay. Because I was wondering that. Does the Park District manage like the baseball? Like Harvey used to have a very popular Little League program, football program, things like that. Is that under the Park District?
It should be. I would say it should be. If they manage them anymore, no.
Okay.
I guess it costs too much money. That's less money for them to misuse if they actually did.
Okay. So yeah, what do parents do if they want their kids to be involved in activities?
I mean, I would recommend taking them to the library board, but the library board is no longer good anymore either. So they could have taken them to programs at the library. So I don't know. I really don't have anything to offer right now. I wanted to I still might start a summer or something garden folk program in the fall, and I might have to just pay for it out of pocket so the community gets something. But as of right now, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, no, thank you, trustee. Thank you for sharing with us.
Our commissioner, he was commissioner. Unscrupulous people only respond to lawyers and me. Right, exactly. So that's why I say, get as much attention on this stuff and shame as possible, because if we can shame them into fixing it, that's going to be a lot cheaper than people suing, and then we, the taxpayers, pay. And these people, they don't care. You know, I think if you're caught in malicious wrongdoing, I think you should have to pay out of your own pocket as a politician and not have the taxpayers cover you. I think that's the most ridiculous thing. That's why they don't care usually. I don't think it's an issue if you have family and jobs as long as they're doing it. Too many have full-time positions elsewhere and some houses. Yeah. Well, and also I've heard, you know, one of the anti-nepotism guidelines that I've heard of that I kind of agree with is that even if you do have family, they say to try to avoid where you're not in a direct supervisory role to a family member. You know, that's one way to help prevent, you know, the corruption. And then lawyers want to continue to practice, and who's going to take on a case against such a group? Process for people to report wrongdoing and be right. Like we need inspectors general. Someone was saying that the other night. We need a governor who enforces the policy procedures. Right. Exactly. I feel like the township and aldermanic style government need to be done with. I said we could demolish the township. It's not a necessary form of government. It's just another level of government where people can steal money, unfortunately. We need transparency. There's no punishment when they refuse to fulfill. Right. Yeah. I mean, technically, you can appeal to the public access counselor, but yeah, it's like the punishments are not like done like they should be. Did you guys?
Supposedly, it's supposed to be every month, but it's every quarter. So whatever the next second Tuesday of the next quarter is. So they have 4 meetings a year, and if you don't call me for the first 2, that's the crazy part. How do you not remove me for not showing to a meeting if y'all supposedly have a meeting?
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to show you guys this too. So if you go to the Harvey to their website, okay. Now look at this. Okay. Meetings. Board meetings are the second Tuesday of every quarter. How can you have a major park district for a city of 19,000 plus people and only meet quarterly? And then they're like super secretive about it. So look, these are the only, I guess, minutes starting in May of 2023. So, I mean, to me, that's pretty crazy. Look at this. Financial. Oh, Mandy, you'll love this. Financial information may be posted soon as the board's discretion. They meant at the board's discretion. But of course, there's nothing there. Open bids. There was information about a bid in 2023. So who's getting all the contracts? You know, as Wayman was saying, all the landscaping is also done by the McCaskills. So, you know, we need to figure out what's going on in this park district. It's definitely, we don't have the transparency we should.
You remove me from a debt and not me not showing up. That's crazy. Because they do that because you're not having meetings.
All right. Sharing. Thank you again. Or Commissioner. I'm sorry. I'm getting the. Want to clarify anything or share anything or your frustrations? You are the newest commissioner.
I am.
So congratulations on your election.
Thank you.
My first question is, Mr. Cotton said that you were elected to replace Floyd Coleman, and he was the first, as we came to the room, he was the first face we saw sitting at the table with his name tag. I am so confused. I've never seen that in my life. Why?
Listen, I'm confused. I didn't know what to expect coming in here to the first meeting. By the way, this was my first time meeting, and I didn't really even meet Aaron McCaskill or I didn't really even meet him. Basically, we were held out because they were already in there.
Hi, Mandy. Yes, thanks for popping in, Mandy.
But we were held out because we were waiting on Aaron McCaskill and Amir McCaskill. So, to come in.
And Aaron was the gentleman that had the hood over his head?
He was the one with the dreads, with the hood.
Okay.
Correct. And then the sister is the one with the dreads and the glasses. Still haven't cordially or formally met them. Still haven't met them.
And when were you elected?
May 3rd. No, April 1st. I'm sorry. But I was sworn in May 3rd of 2025.
And it's July 8th. Correct. And you still did not meet them.
I still did not meet them. So to me, it was just a mess. It was a mess. We walked into pretty much an ambush. They had already had this set up. Again, there was no documentation of this meeting. I did reach out, did not get a response. And so here we are.
Wow.
Here we are. And then now they're telling Wayman he's off the board. But technically he's not. He is still a commissioner. We've already verified that. So
that's crazy. And again, like Wayman had told us, you two are not allowed to enter the Park District facility, the office.
Into any of the facilities. They don't want us to come into any of the facilities. We don't have any keys. We keep asking for what, basically what's the budget? What kind of money are they spending? We don't know. When they have these events, we don't know about the events because they never tell us. We don't know what's going on. We're kept in the dark.
Wow. Okay.
We are kept in the dark. So yes.
Have you suffered any other retaliation for basically trying to do your job?
Well, I can tell you this: that on Juneteenth we could not have a Juneteenth event in the park. We were told we couldn't have it in the park, so we ended up having it at Washington Elementary School. Because we could not give back. And this was a Juneteenth event that me and Wayman both did, and also distinguished gentlemen, shouts out to distinguished gentlemen. We got together and did this Juneteenth event for the community. And it's a shame that we couldn't do it with the board members. It's sad.
Right.
It's really sad.
So even though you're a commissioner on our park district that we pay taxes for, you had to go to another board altogether to get a space.
Absolutely. You have to go to a whole nother board.
Wow. Yes. So what would you like to see happen next? Or what
I want to see change. We need to actually help the community and not pacify it like, oh, hey, we'll do a little event right here and then that'll be it. Oh, we'll go over here and we'll do an event over here and make it look like we're doing something. No, I'm here to bring about change as well as Wayman. Wayman wants the same thing I want. We want a better community.
Yeah. We need more people to get involved. That's always the answer, right?
From the community. What is it?
Ask where your tax money's going. You should see the benefit.
Change in the Harvey Park District.
I'd asked Wayman about that. A lot of parents have come to me and said, I feel like there's just not a lot for my kids to do. I don't unless we go through maybe the schools or something. So is that something that you're open to if parents are saying, hey, we would like to have a baseball program, basketball, what have you?
To hear what they want because it's about the community. It's about the community.
And I should say the arts too. I don't want to leave because I was a big arts nerd, so we don't want to forget all that.
It's whatever the community asks us to do. We want to try to push for that for the community.
And do you have any comment regarding? I know at the event last night, we heard Keisha McCaskill, explaining all of her accomplishments because she is going to be running for a full term for the Cook County Commissioner. I mean, do you feel that?
Oh yeah, listen to this. Listen,
voters should be supporting her, given that first of all, we were told she has a lot of positions. Wayman explained that to us, but also given your personal experience with being commissioner here and seeing how she does her work as executive director, how do you feel about that?
So the only contact that I've had with her is via email. That's it. Do I feel that she's too busy? Yes, I do. Because the only contact I have had, and the last contact I had with her, I want to say it was like mid-May. I have not had any other contact from Dr. Keisha McCaskill since then. So yes, do I feel that she's really busy? Yeah, I think that she's too busy to be in the position that she's in as executive director of the partnership. I think she should focus more on whatever else she's doing.
Do you know how much that position pays?
I don't exactly. You would have to ask Wayne because I'm new to the board.
And he said he I don't think he was given the figures either.
Yeah, so we don't know exactly how much it is. Although we've requested it, but
they're not. So really, does this remind?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. So that's our park district, and that is unfortunately, Ms. McCaskill. I wish I could say differently. It's nothing personal. I have nothing personal against any of these people. We just want people to follow the rules and the procedures that are established. We want to see where the money's going. Very basic stuff, okay, that we're asking for. Now, for some additional context, I wanted to show you a little bit about this article Wait, what are you saying? Who's telling them they cannot? Right. No, I mean they don't have any authority to be doing what they're doing to the commissioners, but they're trying anyway. People. What do we know about humans? A lot of times, unfortunately, if you don't hold people accountable, they'll try to get away with a whole bunch of stuff they shouldn't. So that's definitely a commonality, right? But I just wanted to show you. This is from the Harvey World Herald. It says county commissioner paid over $30,000 as consultant at Harvey Library, where husband serves as board president. So this was written in March of this year. Okay. So this is Keisha McCaskill once again. Okay, this is at the Cook County meeting. It says, let's see, in October of 2023, the library board voted to give Keisha, wife of then treasurer Anthony McCaskill, a 6.5-month consulting contract for $2,000 per month, working 20 hours a week. Not a bad gig, huh? Let's see. The contract for her company, KHM Consulting, expired in May of 2024. Still, Keisha McCaskill was appointed to the 5th district for the county, but she still performs and receives payments for work at the library. Okay, she's requested to be paid about $30,000 and reimbursed about $5,000 for expenses between November 2023 and February 2025. She was also brought on to perform executive level work for the library. Okay. She was supposed to be helping the library to find a new director. Our library has not had a director since at least August of 2024. We still don't have a director for our library. It's crazy. To me, it looks like they're dragging their feet in order to pay Keisha and other people connected to the McCaskills all this consulting money instead of hiring a good qualified library director. I don't know why it's taking so long. McCaskill now serves as president of the board after they reorganized in September of 2024. He voted to sustain his wife's contract. Excuse me. That was Monique. Remember, she was the one that came in to yell. She voiced concerns about the agreement. Since then she resigned from the board. Let me see. And again, Keisha is also executive director of the Park District. Her husband once served as board president. He's no longer on the board, but his son Aaron and daughter Amari were elected to be on the board. And what we're told is that Amari really shouldn't be on the park board because it conflicts with the library board. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I want to get some more information. McCaskill ran along with me for Harvey School District 152. We both lost. The cronies, the corrupt cronies that have been in there won their reelection, unfortunately. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up. And then they talk a little bit about, the problems with people related to each other working closely together. And this guy mentioned citizen initiatives like referenda to try to change things. I agree with that, actually. Now, I thought they had another article about her. Hold on one second. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted to show. Okay. So the lady that we heard yelling. Let me share this with you guys. So she came into the meeting and she was yelling and she was sounding very, frustrated with her behavior. I'm going to give you a little background on her. So her name is Monique Williams. I was hoping that she would not resign, but she did. So this was a recent article. Unethical behavior and micromanagement drove Harvey Library trustee to resign. Monique Williams resigned from the embattled library board. Now she wants the public to know why. So that's her photo, okay. Nepotism, micromanagement, and exclusivity ultimately led one Harvey Library trustee to resign. She cited, among other things, behavior she deemed inherently corrupt. Okay. There was also Yadira Garcia had resigned in 2023, and I believe they appointed Keith Price to take her place, which is controversial because I believe due to a debt of his, I want to say, but he is not eligible to be on the ballot for an election, but they appointed him anyway. So she says, she was trying to present a professional image because Harvey has a lot of government dysfunction. Okay. She cried a lot of hard tears about this. She said the policies were inconsistent. Okay. The library needs a policy review committee. Harvey's library is historically volatile, struggles to finance new construction, failing to meet payroll, near closures. The library didn't need additional organizational stress, Williams said. And I've heard other people say that too. I don't know what you guys' opinion is on that, but I don't believe that being silenced to make things look better. I don't think, unfortunately, that rarely ever solves the problem. Because usually the folks that are managing the money incorrectly or misappropriating or stealing, usually that's what they want. They want quiet, and they don't want to change, but they want quiet so they can keep doing that. It seemed like others' intentions were trying to figure out how to benefit from sitting on the board. Okay. Remember, library trustees, like the park district commissioners, are unpaid. So Williams said, I had a problem with the contract of one of the trustees and their spouse. So as we mentioned earlier, Keisha McCaskill, who's now running for Cook County Commissioner, she was awarded a 6.5-month contract, okay? Wife of board member Anthony. Exclusivity. Okay, what is this? Let's see here. Oh, okay, talking about giving people access to the internet. Williams said that the library was charging people $1 to use a computer at the library. And she didn't feel that that was fair because Black people, we have fought for access a very long time. Okay. So again, trying to say, let's open up the library for more internet use, which I agree with, right? You know, I mean, that's a huge benefit to having your library. The board's supposed to be a watchdog, but micromanage duties, even frivolous matters like who gets to use a room. Tamika Price and Anthony McCaskill oversaw many key decisions, even without other members' consideration. We started to shift to being exclusive, she said, instead of inclusive. They removed in 2024 of last year, or October of last year, Williams was removed from her vice president role, replaced by Keith Price, who, again, to my knowledge, is not eligible to even be on the ballot, but he was appointed by his buddies. So she said she was shocked by that. Okay, it looks like she was trying to do some sort of grocery program. Oh, okay, like homegrown food. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Yep. These folks are serving the community. What is it that you don't like about them? I never understood that. Yeah. She previously ran the Harvey Colts Football League. Oh, okay. Which unsuccessfully attempted to work with the Harvey Park District, largely run by the McCaskill family. So see, that's a problem. These boards should be working together, not trying to steal resources and trying to be their own little, gangs and groups. And so it is just a mess. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys a little bit. She's a drama teacher at Thornton and runs a nonprofit that purchases prom dresses for youth who can't afford them. Okay, so that is a little bit about Monique, and I'm glad she showed up and spoke her mind. So next on our agenda, I believe, was we talked about clothes, we talked about the library. Oh, for the 4th of July. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the 4th of July. All right, so you all, hopefully you had a wonderful 4th of July. What did you all do? What did you all do besides, were you also accosted at your house by Jedediah Brown and yelled at? And stalked by Jedediah Brown? Hopefully that you didn't have that on your holiday. Let me see here. Okay, let's go to... All right, so if we go to the City of Harvey Facebook page, we can see some photos from the 4th of July. Now, I got a text too, I remember, where they were like, oh, come for a free parade, free food, free carnival. And I'm thinking, wait, isn't this the same mayor who always gets on people, who always loves to cry poor and say, people say, well, why can't you fix the streets and the potholes and everything? Oh, well, we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. And then he throws this big bash, okay? It says, Harvey showed up and showed out. Our 4th of July celebration was one to remember. From the parade to the family fun, food, and fireworks. Thank you to our incredible sponsors, city staff, and you. Da, da, da. Okay, but I want to know how much this cost last year. I remember Alderwoman Chapman told us that the city, the taxpayers, paid $30,000 for fireworks. How are you going to be a city that cries poor? You can't help people. You can't pave streets. You can't give basic public safety because all the police are corrupt and only protect the mayor and his houses. You can't. You kick seniors and other residents out of their home to build a park that nobody wants. You do all this stuff, but then you have enough money and time to do a parade. Like, where are your priorities? They're off, obviously, right? So let's see some of the photos. And again, I'm all for parades and I'm all for the 4th of July, but not at the expense of ignoring your community, arresting your opponents, and not providing basic services. So, oh, and look, it's Tyrone Rogers and his wife, Janet. You know, it's like, ugh. Is that Korean Davis? Probably. Yeah, I think that's Korean Davis, who is the unqualified city manager, who's also was never confirmed by the city council. I have to remind people. Oh, there's Mr. Clark right there. There's his mother. I don't know who all the other people. Oh, there's Delaney Smith. There he is right there, the dictator himself. Yeah. Oh, Will Davis, who's our state rep, who he needs to go to. He's buddies with Mayor Clark. And there was this Toy Story thing. I didn't actually get what that was supposed to be. So anyway, you know, I'm all for 4th of July. I'm all for parades, but yeah. Oh, and then Jedediah Brown, protected by Harvey police, was wandering around and going all around the parade and harassing people, and came actually right up to my house to harass me too. Oh, and by the way, if you think anybody can, they're in the castles. If you think anybody can get a float in the 4th of July parade, you would be wrong. If the mayor doesn't like you and or you haven't paid enough money or done favors for him, you won't be able to be allowed in the parade. What is this dude doing? He's the one that grabbed my neck and was rough with me. Derek Charles should be fired. Why is he out in public? Anyway. So, yep, it was just more typical BS and, you know, wasting our money. Last year, like I said, it was $30,000. Oh, there's Tracy. $30,000 that went just to fireworks, and this year, who knows how much they spent on it. So, yeah. I don't know if anybody did anybody tune into to the live where we talked that the township had. Where they had like that forum. I mean, it was decent, but it was like, how should I say it? I mean, I like the idea of it, but they didn't really take any questions from the audience and it ended up just being boring. So, But maybe we'll go over that in another video because I don't want to belabor it. We're almost at 2 hours. I think that's about it, guys. Unless we want to go over any more Jedediah drama. You know, there's always fresh Jed drama because he never stops trying to harass people. Yeah, I think I showed you guys the nasty comments that his people were leaving. Yeah. And oh yeah, Jed had a fun time trying to go after Kobe. So again, you know, oh, now he's naming us. Oh Lord. It's just more harassment and more distraction from the crazy stuff that Clark is doing and his buddies. Let me see. And I'm not sharing this to glorify what Jed's doing. It's more so just to warn people and also to clarify, because he's throwing out, prompted by Clark, by our mayor, he's throwing out a lot of lies out there. So we gotta clarify what's true and what isn't. Yeah, did you all saw his post where he was almost naked and telling he was telling Jennifer to come at him or something? I guess Paul's wife? That was weird. Oh yeah, this post. Remember this? That was very strange. And he was talking about big dick energy and then saying, Jennifer, get at me. So it was very, very weird. And, you know, Jennifer's married and it's very, very strange. The truth of these matters, I don't know. I haven't listened to that one yet. Then he's been going after Vivian. Oh, he went after Minion. Yep. Okay, talks about loving God or whatever. Here we go. Oh, is this is the one I think where he was this where he was at the township?
But clearly she just pulled up acting like she's so pressed.
Yeah, that's where Jeb was arguing with Vivian.
Opinion. We just pulled up, but it's
follow people I don't like. Hey.
Okay, yeah. I did not see Jed at the township meeting that night. Okay, so then he wants to talk more about God. Okay, no. Oh, that was the argument with Vivian. Yeah. And again, I don't understand that. It's like, just leave people alone. More going after Vivian. More Vivian stuff. Oh, I think this is the one where he wanted to talk about me for some reason.
I'm such a all of these systems, and He was thirsty as hell. Okay, y'all. So I'm an upstanding citizen. As you all know, I'm dealing with the beef of. I'm beefing with the residents. The crazy part of it is that I'm not really beefing with the residents. I'm beefing with a few idiots who all, again, right now while we're having so much fun on the internet, it's because I'm just showing you all who these people are. But this video is going to serve as a receipt because I think this is probably going to be my third or fourth time going through this. So I had to come and handle the business. But y'all saw me in Harvey. To my surprise, I got served an order of protection that I have no clue what it's really about. And then a few days later, I got served an order of protection at Thornton Township Democratic dot meeting. And now today, good afternoon, for the third time, I'm about to be served with another order of protection. So right now, do they got my ID? I could have left, but I didn't. I chose not. I ride in my car. I take a seat. I'm brushing my hair. You go get one out the machine. Better stop believing the hype. Detained and on the phone. You hear me? I had to violate. Ooh-wee. It again. Man. I have to get me. I gotta stop cutting all this off. I have for you in our community. One question I have for you, my brother. To them. Oh, order protection. I've never been served one. Can't violate a person that ain't never been served.
Well, Jed's been served now.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all keep on letting these people playing with y'all. When I was inside of Dalton's jail, I was eating from the finest restaurant in the land. And
that has nothing to do with anything, man.
But you already showed.
So we good.
Yeah. I just wanted to see where he was supposedly saying stuff about me, and I want to figure out
the one that they made.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm good to go. Yeah. Man, have an amazing day.
$1,000 is enough to do a lot of things. Oh yeah, that's true, Melissa. Like, what do you mean?
This is not the complaint, sure. Oh, it is right here. Yes, it is.
You can come on if you want.
All right.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come on stage here, I'll leave the link.
The service or the detention. They said I'm good. I was already short form, so they was wrong. Okay.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come on stage, I sent the link out. What do you mean by $1,000, Melissa?
On June 22nd, 2025, this happened on Facebook. He posted on Facebook threatening me. I have screenshots.
Oh, he's going over the
make me.
Yeah, that's kind of petty, but it's true though. All the stuff that I said is not true.
Around instance, and then in Illinois, you have to file for up. You know what? Who the fuck is this judge? Excuse me. I want to know what judge this is. Yes. This is who?
Ryan?
His name is Ryan, Judge Ryan. Her? It's a lady?
Yes.
She's in court right now?
She may be.
Okay, can I petition up to see her? Because she crazy.
You won't go to court today.
Her room is 2329.
No, her room's 201.
201. Don't she got a clerk or something? I know I can go up there. I'm going up there. Hell. Detention is over. Now back to my freedom as a citizen. How you can excuse me? I ain't never in my life wanted to get to court so bad. Do you all understand that in Illinois, excuse me, is the clerk, what is the judge's chambers or the clerk's offices at?
Go down the elevator.
Let me, ooh, I'm so irritated like a motherfucker. Nobody could tell me anything different. If y'all don't see this for what it really is, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, this is about political dynasty and power and what group you want to be on or what team. If I wanted to be on some corrupt shit, I'll just pick a team. So you telling me yesterday, Kobe Chapman gets released from her.
Right, like Christopher Clark's team, like he's corrupt. And that's who you're supporting.
Fucking charges, and they ain't even had their first court date. And the same state's attorney who have felony review and give them approve the charge, and all of a sudden take them back. And then the motherfucker come into a court in Cook County, and they can say bullshit like this and get a restraining order on a whole human being. And y'all don't think that that's questionable? No, I'm not in Markham. So guess what? I literally am not able to have a firearm. I cannot go certain places in this country. I cannot go 50 feet within a man because on Facebook I said that he was gay, fuck him, and I was going to basically hold him accountable. But he a whole goddamn political person who's putting out how corrupt.
Yeah, and that's not true. That's a lie. That is a lie. That's a lie. It's not just name calling.
The mayor is talking shit about the mayor, and I am now what did he just say? I'm working with the mayor. Where's the proof? And this dumbass judge gave him a whole goddamn restraining order, not even a petition. He got an order of protection against me. Why? Because he's white and gay? Is that why? Because
no, it's because you're a stalker. This man is a stalker. So please be careful, guys, with Jed. You know, I'm trying to clear up the lies that he's spreading, but yeah, this man, troublemaker. He and his boss, Clark, okay?
Because he's a gay white man?
No, Jed, because you go after everybody. You go after, actually, you go, mostly you've gone after vulnerable Black women. I think that's your favorite target. And if you haven't seen Random News, please go watch Random News and some of his documentaries on Jed. They will really, really show you about all the horrible, just scamming that Jed has done over the years. It's really, really bad. Actually, it's very bad. Very, very bad, guys.
Because he was called, what he said, a faggot. Now, have y'all watched Ryan's podcast? Is he not doing podcasts about me on social media? Is he not talking about that I'm being paid or fucking on the mayor of Harvey? Is he not? Woo-wee! Lord, I am tight in the motherfucker. But y'all don't see this because y'all just looking at the internet and y'all ain't understanding what I'm putting you on to. Laugh about it today, suffer it tomorrow. And this should not happen in any Cook County courthouse. And if somebody, I told y'all, I'm gonna say it again. There's a double protection for gay white people, and it ought to concern y'all ass, but it won't. It won't concern y'all because y'all not gonna get the bigger picture because y'all are only gonna look at the fact that I'm always putting my foot in an ass because that's what's out here. Man, read this bullshit.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. Sorry, can you see okay? This was something. Oh, this is when I was warning people that Jed said he called ICE to Harvey, which is horrible and absolutely horrific. You know, as we see everyday citizens of all ages and skin colors and everything being kidnapped by ICE and these basically they're SS troopers, you know, for the president. Oops. So then Kristen Clark, who's the mayor's daughter, said it's been 4 years. If mayor wanted ICE to come, wouldn't he have called? Stop spreading lies, blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, why don't you tell your father to stop using his new tool, Jedediah Brown, to terrorize Harvey residents? Clark does that enough on his own, which he does. Then Miss Korean Davis, who lives not in Harvey, but in South Holland, is not, I would really question, you know, her qualifications to be city manager, other than having worked for Chris Clark's political campaigns. And she was never even confirmed for that job. So she wants to show up and say, you called Jedediah Brown to Harvey. So I had to respond to that today. And I said, look who's talking now. I welcome anyone who wants to fight for the truth to come out, which is true. Jed decided to work with you and your boss, Clark, instead to keep hiding where all of our money's going. You don't even live in Harvey, Miss Davis. Yet you still drive your Dodge, your late model Dodge that is leased with our tax money. You all still drive them home every night. I mean, must be nice to have all these bills and everything paid by Harvey taxpayers, you know? So I said, what are your qualifications to be the city manager? Is it because you managed Clark's campaigns? Why has the city council never confirmed you? Do your neighbors in South Holland know how hard you work to ruin Harvey every day? Shame on you. So I just had to say that because usually Korean doesn't speak up on Facebook, but these people are literally looting our city for everything. They're selling it for parts. They're ruining people's lives, ticketing people left and right for things they didn't do, overcharging people on their water bill, shutting people's water off. And then they have the nerve to tell us, well, you asked for Jed to come there. You asked for Jed to come there. Well, we never said, myself and other people that want, hey, Foxy. Oh, the 30,000. Yeah. Oh, okay, I get it. You're talking about how much McCaskill's being paid. Yeah. Or has made at the Park District so far. Yeah, it's a lot of money. But the thing is, you know, we never... me and other people in Harvey and in other towns as well. I mean, most people, if they're fighting for justice, they want to know where their money's going, right? Where your tax money's going. And they just want their city to be run decently, and they want people to be held accountable. They want to get their city services. That's it. That's what we want, right? So if someone's going to come and help get that, great. Well, I can't control somebody else. So if Jed decided to come and then flip and then work for you, Korean, and Clark and Clark's little gang of scammers, you know, then that was his choice. So, you know, don't throw that on us. That's shady. So let's see what other lies Jed is spreading.
One of y'all a clerk?
Nope.
No. Judge Ryan must be the most incompetent judge that's in Cook County. Got to be. She might be a gay white lady. That's the only way you would give somebody a damn restraining order, because they say they gay and fucking white against a whole black citizen on the internet. How y'all doing? Oh, incompetent ass place.
You hear this, Melissa?
Should have been a white
all
gay
these
man and
stupid-
not be black. Somebody gonna give me some answers in this motherfucker, because I'm really pissed. How you doing? I need somebody to help me speak to somebody, because I am literally, I want everybody in America to read this. This man said that he, on Facebook, I said that he was a faggot and he a white gay man and he do real estate and he got an order of protection against me, my FOIA card, my right to move about constitutionally. I can't be within 50 feet of him. This doesn't say anything that I've done to this man, except for say something on the internet, and he calls himself an internet reporter. What judge would do that?
Right. He's only stalked me and made fun of me tons of times and all this other stuff. Spread lies and rumors about me, said that I wanted to have sex with him. This guy is bad news, guys. He's bad news. So please, if you're still a Jed fan, please wake up. Watch those random news documentaries and stop supporting this man. Do not send him your money. Don't send him your money. He mad. Put a cape on him so he can be super mad. You're really pissed because someone got him first in court than him doing to someone else. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I don't expect him to admit, that he's harassing me or bullying me or others, but still, it's just crazy that, I still have to be fighting these lies he puts out about me.
And then he's trying to set me up so y'all can lock me up. I come in here and get held up because of service. You said what? Okay, I'm gonna do the motion, but I want to do this as a freestanding citizen today. I want somebody to understand the law, the rules, how this is even possible in Crook County.
That's a lot.
The judge found him credible.
You're talking about Crook. Jed.
She found him gay and white. Have a good day.
Yeah, right, Jed. What a shitty thing to say. What a shitty thing to say. So what's the excuse for bullying Vivian then? Because she's black and a woman? What was the excuse for doxing and bullying Burgundy Blue? What was the excuse for going after Conscious? What's the excuse for going after Melissa? She's not white and gay. So, narcissists like this, they're dangerous. He's a stalker. Yeah, it's just, he's out of control, you guys. He plays the game, race cars needed. He doesn't respect anyone no matter what. Exactly, right, exactly. I said, what's Melissa, what is his number one demographic for victims? Vulnerable, maybe because they're single, or maybe they maybe they don't have a lot of family around, right? Usually black, usually female. Those are his number one, or those are his top most picked on demographics. So I mean, it's really sad. It's just very sad, and he's a dangerous person. So that's why we're exposing him, because we want people to protect themselves. And right, Laura says he clearly follows no rules or laws. Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Normally I hang out in other parts of the land. What's your name, Sheriff? Barnes. I see you all on the 14th. Put the fucking National Guard at the door if y'all gonna play with me. Have a good day, Sheriff. That's how you make a fucking entrance and a fucking exit. Y'all better start doing the most.
How? Well, that wasn't anything special. You're a bully.
I gotta do the most, because it's a one-man army. But guess what? Y'all better start letting these motherfuckers play with y'all in y'all whole face. And I'm gonna do this like this because of one simple fact. If they'll do it to me, they'll do it to all y'all. And most people will just leave up out of here with your head down and your tail up and y'all to just take the shit. I know what I'm fighting. They trying to stop. All right, you little bitch. See you in court. And I can't. And I promise y'all, if y'all ain't never been to court, y'all better come to this courthouse.
So here he is bullying me again.
I'm gonna ask the judge. So gay and white, that's all you needed? You just needed to hear gay and white? Infringe upon my rights for gay and white? It's an ethics complaint coming against your ass, and you better not be running to be no judge. You better not be running for an election.
Yeah, right, Jed.
Now everybody know that this, what? Did she even try? That's this man's complaint. Y'all just read this shit in real, and y'all just read this in black and white. There's a whole protection, order of protection entered against my name that will follow me for the rest of my life because Judge 2329 gave him a fucking restraining order because I said to him on, and then look. And then this is what's crazy. This crime bitch motherfucker. He and because they will think I'm a child molester.
So he got, I mean, he's not helping his case here. It's getting worse, you know? This is pretty bad. You know.
Wow. And then you on there talking about, what are you accused of, Jed? Did you not take my cousin's false ass, proven to be false accusation, and repeat that shit? And now you over here crying, bitch. Does anybody not see this shit for what it is yet? And then Melissa weird ass. She all act like a victim, but she on my shit every day. On my mama shit every day. On Dawn Politics shit every day. I'm not fucking doing no internet beef. I'm finna win. Watch this, checkmate. Watch this motherfucking checkmate. I swear to God. It's not a real paid commercial, but if you've never ever had it, try aloe vera.
This man is unstable. And then Melissa, he's gonna throw you under the bus in there too. So there you go. There's another incident of bullying you, Melissa.
For drinks. They come in many is that no matter how they taste, which I think all the rest of my face, you might think I'm light-skinned. Peace.
And and then he's gonna do an advertisement or something. What the hell? You can't vote and do anything now that Chihuahua barking. Right, yeah, exactly. So again, I'm not trying to glorify Jed. Remember, good for Melissa. Right. Yeah, no, she's doing great. And anybody who wants to come, so it'll be Monday, 9 a.m. at the Harrison Courthouse. It's Harrison, I think, in Jefferson. It handles domestic violence and issues like that. But you're welcome to come. I don't know. I have to research. I don't know if they're gonna let anybody else speak. But certainly, you know, we want people to see that it's not just me, and I'm not making this up, that this man is dangerous. He's vindictive. He actively spreads lies about me and others. So please, if you want to show up to show your support, you're welcome to do so. If you feel that you have been threatened or bullied or harassed, and you feel that you are that you feel in danger, you can also request an emergency order of protection at that very same courthouse after my hearing is done. So again, my hearing will be this Monday, July 14th, 9 a.m. So, you know, try to let me know if you're going to come, just so I can have an idea of how many people will be there. But I would appreciate everyone's support, because, you know, Jed's going to be there, and he's going to probably have some crazy, you know, cult supporters of his, and they're going to try to make it seem like I'm somehow the aggressor, or, you know, that's just what he does. He makes up all these lies and tries to spin things on people. But I want these. Oh, well, that's right. Daryl Coleman is Jed's real name. I keep forgetting. Daryl Coleman. We want these judges to realize that we're not making this up. These are not frivolous orders of protection or complaints. Like, this man he's a bully for hire, Clark just happens to be one of his latest employers, and he's dangerous. He's absolutely dangerous. He's a very dangerous con man. So, like I said, after hi Shy Girl, hello, and Daryl Eugene Coleman cult, right? Yes, exactly, Laura. It is. It's a cult. So yeah, so it's this Monday, the 14th, 9 a.m. at the Harrison Courthouse downtown. I think it'll also be on Zoom. I don't know what the rules are for viewing the Zoom, but anybody who can come support, I appreciate, because again, we want to let people know that this is serious stuff. I've never requested an order of protection in my life, but this man just came to my door a few days ago to my house and doxed me and where I live and is still telling people that I want to sleep with him. It's very creepy. It's very creepy. Thank you, Ryan Melissa. Oh, okay. Thank you, Wyoming. What are you thanking us for? Okay, so that was that. And then I just wanted to see if he was saying any other crazy lies, just to clarify things. Okay. He's denying being a scammer. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is the one that I wanted to respond to some more Jed lies. Jed a liar. What do the people call him? But no, in all seriousness. So it says Colby Chapman, most visible team members that should cause significant concern for Harvey, me, Melissa, Vivian Allen. I mean, first of all, oh, thanks, Wyoming. Yeah, she says hit the like and subscribe. Yes. I do have donation information on the bottom. I haven't really gotten much, and I really need to work on the Amazon wish list. I know Crook keeps reminding me about that because, there's so much that I could get. I really, excuse me. I really need a new laptop too because there's so much stuff I want to do for these shows, and it's like my computer's too slow. But anyway, for standing up, I thought so. Okay, thank you, Wyoming. Thank you. But Colby's my alderwoman, and I stand up for her because she has rights just like everybody. But it doesn't mean like I'm not on anyone's team as in like you have your cult followers. Like it's not. She's made no attempts to bring resolve. She's done nothing to stop their harassment. She's failed to redirect the energy towards her supposed all this after. But again, why are you trying to blame Colby? After being the one to invite me to Harvey in hopes I'd help her discredit and attack Mayor Clark to further her chances to take a seat as mayor. And any of us that invited you to Harvey, to clarify, Jed, it's because, and to his team or his followers, it's because, at least for me, I can say I invite anyone who wants to seek justice and expose the truth. Anyone that wants to come do that is welcome to, step beside, to work beside me. And I'm sure there are others here that feel that way. But Jed, you and your followers did not decide to do that. You decided to come, and after you had used Shelby and others to gather in intel to pretend like you were befriending us and to gather intel on us for months, they gave all that information to you, and then you decided to go to Mayor Clark, and you worked out some sort of arrangement, we don't know exactly what, to basically just wander around the city every day, harassing people with Mayor Clark's and the Harvey Police's protection. I mean, we've seen you getting out of vehicles with Mayor Clark, going to look at buildings to bring investors, So, I mean, I don't know how you can still hide that you're working with him. It's pretty obvious. But that, he's trying to just spread more lies there. So like I said, that was on him that he decided to take the side of injustice instead of justice. I discovered she lied several times, and all of a sudden she's enlisted her personal lieutenant. I'm not Colby's personal lieutenant. Colby can speak for herself. And Goon Squad, no. You have personal lieutenants and you have goon squads, just like Mayor Clark does. Actually, his biggest goon squad are the Harvey police that we pay for, which is really crazy. Okay, to attack me in the most harassing and disgusting manners. Jed telling the truth is not attacking. Again, and to Jed's followers and to Mayor Clark, I say that same thing. Telling the truth is not attacking. Okay? It's not attacking anybody. Let's see. Well, you need to use the video from the parade. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely shows like, someone following you to your house to harass you for sure. Animal control. Oh, speaking of that, here's one of Jed's cultists right now. Ryan, you claim you're so scared of Jed, but yet you stay on his D. Make it make sense. Okay, first of all, OFC animal control. You're a disgusting animal. Maybe you need to be controlled. I have never wanted to have anything with Jedediah's D. Maybe you want to be on his D. But I do consider it my duty to defend my reputation. I will stand up for myself, and I will debunk his lies. I am not contacting Jed. I'm not on his show. I don't care to contact him. That's not the issue. But yeah, you're pretty sad. But you can see Jed sends his little cultist harassers, So that it's too bad. OFC animal control. It's really too bad. Wow, he is sad. He is, right? He went from being neutral about Colby to actively going against her. Exactly. Thank you. Right. She will be worse than Tiffany was to Dalton, and I'll be making the case to prove how I loved her at first, but now the evidence is mounting that she's only thriving off her being a woman and smart. No, Jed. It's because you and your little whatever Clark is to you, whatever arrangement you have, I don't know. But you guys are working together. And obviously, Clark's been out for me, Colby, for anybody that stands up for the truth. So, I mean, stop telling the lies. The truth is she isn't going to be better than Clark. She'll be more maliciously calculated and not capable of getting the city out of the blight and corruption that's plagued it. She's on Kellogg Cousin's 5th District Commissioner side, and look at all the corruption with that family reaping Harvey. No worries, this is hard to swallow, but y'all know I'm going to come with receipts, not rumors or YouTube spin clips. I mean, I do agree. Like, I definitely don't support Napoleon. I don't support the McCaskills. They are corrupt. But again, Colby can speak for herself as far as, her relationship with Kellogg or the McCaskills or whatever. I think she's an adult, Jed, and she's capable of speaking to herself. We don't need you to be making generic accusations and doing crazy stuff like that. So let's see. Jed says, I've chosen Harvey as my organization headquarters location. People, please don't donate to the scammer. He doesn't need money, and it's probably not going to go to what you think. Playing victim and weaponizing the course. Now that's sad. Oh, this is good. Keep going, OFC animal control. You're giving me more ammunition for my hearing on Monday. Yeah, keep going. Keep going, buddy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to delete the comments. I'll use them. Vaccines or mods. Yes, me to be a member. Oh, no, thank you guys for offering. Thank you. For now, though, I'm okay. Like I said, his comments, I'll just add them to my evidence. So it's fine. He says he's a resident of Dalton, Chicago, and Texas. Okay. Oh, he's trying to say he's not an outsider. No, he is. Okay, good. At least he's not mentioning me. Okay. He says he's gonna drop something. Okay, I don't know what that means. Hey baby, what you doing? Puppies is coming to say hello. Stop. Oh, I saw this one today. So he's trying to, I guess, use this picture of Colby or something. This woman is calling my mother out her name. I have never heard Colby do that. Harassing me, attacking people, and so much other stuff. It sounds like he's a narcissist, accusing us of doing the things that he's doing. Melissa is one of her pages. Okay. Because I won't bandwagon attack the mayor of Harvey that Colby is challenging, so the privileged Democrats can just take full dynasty of Illinois politics. No, you're not. Because you won't attack Mayor Clark, that's not why you're being attacked. It's because you're working for Mayor Clark and you are bullying and actively harassing people on behalf of Mayor Clark. So yeah, that's a problem. So just have to, again, we just got to set the record straight and clarify the rumors. I think that's about it for our Jed lies for today. Oh, what else? Sorry, I'm going to come sit on the floor because Puppy is getting lonely again. Oops. Okay, stay. Get out of there. I have nothing too hot to do with Jed. I can sincerely clear the... Really? Oh, okay. OFC Animal Control will go. Maybe you want to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. And Lord, I hope you don't give Jed money because it's not a good investment. Here, you want your bone? There you go. Good boy. Did you see Keith? Oh, yeah, that was a mess, too. Dear Harvey, I came and asked, why should I attack Clark? No one has a provable answer. Queen. I don't know who Queen is. Actually, there's tons of proof. Just look on my YouTube. We've got tons of videos where you can see Clark being unethical, breaking laws, and treating people horribly. It's literally on video. Nothing's hidden. So I started looking at the condition of the city. Now I'm being attacked for not attacking Clark, but let me fill you in. No. Again, I disproved that. We've taken back 147th and Center. We have no idea what you did with that. First of all, you have no authority, Jed. Clark is trying to use you, but you're not elected. I mean, maybe you're kind of on the city payroll now. I mean, I don't think it would be official, but I don't know. But again, I don't know what you think. We brought developers, really? Where? Who? We're speaking to banks? Okay. Where? Clark has agreed to major reforms to restore liberty that was only removed because of the level of toxicity. No, that is not true at all. But I'm just so glad to see our point proved over and over again that you are working for Clark and helping to intimidate and bully people on behalf of him. Major wins. You have no wins. They're lying and trying to only attack Clark for politics. No, because he's a bully, just like you are. The craziest thing is we did it as citizens. But the narrative is for Clark when they're the ones who called us to come. No, again, we'll say that again. So in case anybody keeps hearing this lie, okay, so they're like, oh, you told Jed to come. It's now no. Again, for myself, I can really only speak for myself, but I think it would be true of any concerned citizen in Harvey and anywhere, right? If someone wants the truth, they want to know how their money is being spent. They want their governor being run of the people, by the people, for the people. I would imagine they don't mind if anyone else is going to come and agree with that, right? And add their voice. But Jed, you decided to come and bully me and scam people. Thank God I didn't give him money, I think maybe I may have paid towards or given a donation maybe like at one of his events or something. But I mean, Jed and his team and Clark, these are the bullies. You guys are the ones that are going after innocent people. We saw Jed going after Vivian. We saw Jed, going after me, going after Melissa. It's like these are people that are already victims of other politicians' corruption and bullying. And instead of helping, we see Jed and his followers just jump on and make things worse. So you don't throw out that we didn't call or you called us to come shit, because that's total bull. Yeah, OFC, maybe get your eyes, go to the eye doctor. Yeah, so I just had to clarify that. And then I don't know if there was any other. Okay, well, Latasha, I kind of disagree. Well, I disagree in that she says, I admire your work and I'm
of your transparency. Ooh, I don't admire his work and he's not transparent. My concern with Clark is taxing business owners, okay? I don't think that Jed has discovered anything that's helpful about Clark's tax scheme. I think that enough has come out to show that it's illegal extortion. At the very least, it's unethical and horrible. Thank you, LaToya Curtis. Ask Clark why Harvey has all these houses and he won't allow us born and raised in Harvey to purchase the houses that are abandoned. I was given a list of properties that Harvey owns and they stated there were no lists for homes that we could purchase. Harvey looks like that because Clark won't allow us to buy it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Totally agree. And Anise Hodges says, how are the abandoned and vacant houses being addressed? Thank you, Anise. Because I roasted her the other night for coming after me, bullying me. But yes, so you asked a good question there. So let's see. Yeah, so the lady LaToya, thank you, LaToya. That was a great question about the houses. Says, now that I'm involved, inbox me. And I agree with young Vito. No need for private conversation. Keep it loud like everything else. Let's see and hear it. Yeah, this man said, now that I'm involved, let's see what comes of it. Yeah. Shady. Okay, whatever. Clark is a liar. Yeah. Or Jed's a liar. I don't know. Maybe both. Lenders coming, the same lenders that Clark's doing business with that are trying to force elderly people out of their homes. Thank you, LaToya Curtis. Okay, then you can be my new friend. Oh, okay. I don't have an issue with him, but I said what I said to him and not you, ma'am. Johnny Clayton must have said something. But because the homes are in Harvey, they are severely undervalued. What they are paying people who have owned their homes for decades long, being on fixed modified incomes, is not enough to procure a home in today's market. That is correct. Cassie Dawkins. Okay. Cassandra says, Johnny Clayton, do you live in Harvey? I own multiple properties in Harvey and spend the majority of my childhood and young adult life here. It's absolutely because it is in Harvey. The taxes are high, amenities are few. No one gets their loan and says, let me move to Harvey. The police department's almost non-existent, and those that do exist are untrained jokes. The park district and the city don't work together to develop necessary programs. That's right. There's no pharmacy, grocery store, or decent restaurant. All these things contribute to the value of a property. I'm not sure who you spoke to, but that's not accurate representation of the people who are displaced. So Johnny must have blocked me or something, because I don't think I blocked him, but Johnny's one of Clark's, I think that's Clark's son. He's saying he's Clark's son-in-law, but he was really bullying me. And then I told him, okay, you want to meet me? Go meet me. And he obviously chickened out. Okay, so I guess LaToya, maybe I'll say hello to LaToya. It sounds like she has way more hope in the scammer than I do. Oh, wait, what? Sorry, guys. Wait, we get to the did I miss any comments? Registered to vote. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing. In case someone was trying to get my attention for something. Oops, hold on. Wait, someone messaged me something. Look at that. Ask Clark how he helped his godson and his cousin get away and out of town for a murder that he helped cover up in Harvey. Okay. I want to know more about that. I have not heard that. I want to see if there's any, truth to that.
Okay. Give the man, Mr. Clark, a chance to make shit right for the city. No, he's had 6 years. He doesn't get any more time. Yeah. Okay, that's that. And then I don't know. Does anybody know if he's been saying any other crazy stuff on YouTube? Let's take a look. And otherwise, we should be about done, folks. Let me just pull that up. Oh, okay. I don't see any new stuff that well, wait, hold on. But yeah, I'm sorry because, even if I don't know the details of I don't know the details of what's going on or what has gone on with Vivian, but I do feel really bad for her, and I don't think that it's I don't see how that's gonna help improve anything to be harassing another woman. So I'm sorry, Vivian, that you have to go through that. Oh, look, we have another Jedediah Kool-Aid drinker. For someone who feels so threatened and requests to drink, you sure keep it. Sure, the judge would love to see all of this playing. You wish you knew. Actually, yeah, because I have someone who's constantly trying to, along with his 15,000 followers on YouTube, who's trying to ruin my name and my career and my reputation. So I have a right to defend myself and to correct the lies that he is saying. That does not mean that I'm not communicating with Jed, nor am I seeking to communicate with Jed. That's not the same thing. So maybe you want to stop drinking the Kool-Aid and go, as the other person said, something about wanting his dick or something. You wish you knew. Do you want Jed's dick? Why don't you go do something with Jed's dick? Because I'm an adult man and I do what I want with my life and I have a right to defend my reputation. That does not mean that I'm not spreading lies about Jed and I am not seeking contact with Jed. But apparently you and Jed and Clark are obsessed with my penis and my sex life and making up lies about all of them. Why are you so obsessed? Go away. Leave me alone. Go find your own dick to play with, okay? I'm an adult. I have my own love life, my own sex life. I hope you have yours. So, go find what makes you happy, okay? DMG says exactly. How is that helping, right? The ignorance you wish. I know. That's what I'm saying. I just have to remind people constantly that I never flirted with Jed. And even if I did, who would care? That would be between two adults, but I didn't. And I don't have to obviously justify or explain myself either. But I'm just saying I really didn't because he keeps trying to tell people that, I'm a child molester and that I turned on him because I ignored his advances. He was literally, he walked and was on live in front of my house. And I'm like, Chad, go away off my property. I'm not interested in his advances. I don't know how much clearer I can make it, but for the Kool-Aid drinkers, you wish you knew. And then the other guy, the OFC that was there, your cult leader still says that I turned against him because because he rejected me. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for coming on. I don't know if anyone wanted to share. No one wanted to come on stage tonight, which is fine. But otherwise, I think I am just about done. You all have a wonderful night. And then I do want to talk about a little bit of the Thornton Township meeting, just the highlights, because it was way too boring and way too long. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow. So Otherwise, if anyone else has anything to add, unless anyone else has anything to add, I'm going to call it quits. But thank you. Yeah, Stephanie stuck with us. DMG, you stuck with us. And DMG, we should do like a we should put together a show where we compare just Harvey and Tinley alone. I think we'd have a lot of commonalities. And whoever else is still here, I saw Laura had commented, Wyoming Gal, a few other people. Crook, I don't know. I know you said you might have had to run. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you. And as we say in French, bonne nuit. I taught you guys bonne nuit, which is have a good night. Bonsoir is good evening, like as if you are greeting someone typically in the evening. Bonsoir. And then, should I add another French expression for you guys since I am a French teacher? How about a very simple way of asking how someone is? You can say ça va. Ça va. So there you go. There's your new French expression for tonight. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Au revoir. Bonne nuit.